Ton arrière-arrière-grand-père, il a défriché la terre. Ton arrière-grand-père, il a labouré la terre. Et puis ton grand-père a rentabilisé la terre. Et puis ton père, il l'a vendu pour devenir fonctionnaire.
Et puis toi, mon petit gars, tu sais plus ce que tu vas faire dans ton petit 3,5, ben trop cher, fret en hiver. Il te vient des envies de devenir propriétaire et tu rêves la nuit d'avoir ton petit lopin de terre. Ton arrière-arrière-grand-mère, elle a eu 14 enfants. Ton arrière-grand-mère en a eu quasiment autant. Et puis ta grand-mère en a eu 3, c'était suffisant. Puis ta mère en voulait pas, toi t'étais un accident. Et puis toi, ma petite fille, tu changes de partenaire tout le temps. Quand tu fais des conneries, tu t'en sauves en avortant. Mais y a des matins, tu te réveilles en pleurant quand tu rêves la nuit d'une grande table entourée d'enfants. Ton arrière-arrière-grand-père a vécu la grosse misère. Ton arrière-grand-père, il ramassait les scènes noires. Et puis ton grand-père, miracle, est devenu millionnaire. Ton père en a hérité, il l'a tout mis dans ses REER. Et puis toi, petite jeunesse, tu dois ton cul au ministère. Pas moyen d'avoir un prêt dans une institution bancaire pour calmer tes envies de hold-up et la caissière. Tu lis des livres qui parlent de simplicité volontaire. Tes arrière-arrière-grands-parents, ils savaient comment fêter. Tes arrière-grands-parents, ça swingait fort dans les veillées. Puis tes grands-parents ont connu l'époque yéyé. Tes parents, c'était les discos, c'est là qu'ils se sont rencontrés. Et puis toi, mon ami, qu'est-ce que tu fais de ta soirée? Éteins donc ta TV, faut pas rester encabané. Heureusement que dans vie, certaines choses refusent de changer. Enfile tes plus beaux habits, car nous allons ce soir danser.
Encore un jour à se lever, en même temps que le soleil, la face encore un peu poquée, mon 4 heures de sommeil. Je tire une coupe de puff de clope, job done pour les vitamines, puis un bon café à l'eau de mop, histoire de se donner meilleur mine. Yeah. J'prends le Florida Turnpike et demain soir j't'aime mon mani. Non, trucker, c'est pas vraiment une Klondike, mais tu vois du pays, yeah. Surtout ça te fait réaliser que derrière les beaux paysages, y a tellement d'inégalités et de souffrance sur les visages. La question que je me pose tout le temps, mais comment font tous ces gens pour croire encore en la vie dans cette hypocrisie? C'est si triste que des fois, quand je rentre à la maison, puis que je parque mon vieux camion, je vois toute l'Amérique qui pleure dans mon rétroviseur. Moi je traîne dans ma remorque tous les excès de mon époque, la surabondance surgelée, shootée, suremballée, yeah. Pendant que les vœux pieux passent dans le beurre, que notre insouciance est repue, c'est dans le fond des containers que pourront pourrir les surplus. La question que je me pose tout le temps, mais que feront nos enfants quand il ne restera rien que des ruines et la faim? C'est si triste que des fois, quand je rentre à la maison, puis que
que je parque mon vieux camion. Je vois toute l'Amérique qui pleure dans mon rétroviseur.
Sur l'Interstate 95, partent en fumée tous les rêves. Un char en feu dans une bretelle, un accident mortel, yeah. Et au milieu de ce bouchon, pas de respect pour la mort. Chacun son tour joue du klaxon, tellement pressé d'aller nulle part. La question que je me pose tout le temps, mais où s'en vont tous ces gens? Il y a tellement de chars partout, le monde est rendu fou. C'est si triste que des fois, quand je rentre à la maison et que je parque mon vieux camion, je vois toute l'Amérique qui pleure dans mon rétroviseur. Un autre truck stop d'autoroute, pogné pour manger de la chenoute. C'est vrai que dans la soupe du jour, y a plus tellement d'amour, yeah. On a tué la chaleur humaine avec le service à la chaîne. À la télé, un autre malade vient déclencher une fusillade. La question que je me pose tout le temps, mais comment font ces pauvres gens pour traverser tout le cours d'une vie sans amour? C'est si triste que des fois, quand je rentre à la maison et que je parque mon vieux camion, je vois toute l'Amérique qui pleure dans mon rétroviseur. Ouais, n'empêche que moi aussi, quand je roule tout seul dans la nuit, je me demande des fois ce que je fous ici, pris dans l'arrière-pays, yeah. Je pense à tout ce que j'ai manqué avec Mimi puis les deux filles, et j'ai ce sentiment fucké d'être étranger dans ma famille. La question que je me pose tout le temps, pourquoi travailler autant, éloigné de ceux que j'aime, tout ça pour jouer la game? C'est si triste que des fois, quand je suis loin de la maison, assis dans mon vieux camion, j'ai toute l'Amérique qui pleure quelque part au fond du cœur.
seal metsa serval väikses majas, kus elasid mu vanemad. seal metsa serval väikses majas on pesa teinud punase. ai venne, me metsavennad oleme. ai venne, me metsavennad eestlased. ning meil ei ole senti raha, me peame metsas elama ja me ei saa, ei või, ei taha tiiblat teenida. ai venne, me metsavennad oleme. ai venne, me metsavennad eestlased. ja sinu sõstra mustad silmad ei iial unune, sest sinu sõstra mustad silmad on võitnud minu südame. ai venne, me metsavennad oleme. ai venne, me metsavennad eestlased. ja oma lippu sinimusta valget me ikka au sees hoiame ja koidikul siis selgitame, kes meist on õige eestlane. ai venne, me metsavennad oleme. ai venne, me metsavennad eestlased.
cel kłamstwami karmił, o ludowej gwardii armii, choć zmieniły się układy, jeszcze są po ruskich ślady. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goni, goni, goń z pomnika ohydnego bolszewika. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goń, goń, goń z pomnika bolszewika, goń, goń, goń. Po miasteczkach i dzielnicach czasem trafi się tablica, że tu sztab był PPR-u, albo że nocował Pierut. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goń, goń, goń z pomnika ohydnego bolszewika. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goń, goń, goń z pomnika bolszewika, goń, goń, goń. Raz w Grodzisku lub w Grudziądzu zobaczyłem szyld z Mosiądzu, że z Fornalską Gośką Słodko konspirował sam Dowodko, co na imię miał Marceli i go wkrótce diabli wzięli. Albo to był Pierut, może wszystko jedno, nawet gorzej. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goń, goń, goń z pomnika ohydnego bolszewika. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goń, goń, goń z pomnika bolszewika, goń, goń, goń. Mówią, że to wspólne dzieje, niezależnie skąd wiatr wieje, a ja się nie będę chamił z moskiewskimi łachudrami. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goń, goń, goń z pomnika ohydnego bolszewika. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goń, goń, goń z pomnika bolszewika, goń, goń, goń. Jest zasadą oczywistą, by się nie dać komunistom. Trzeba strącić do przepaści ich następców wszelkiej maści. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goń, goń, goń z pomnika ohydnego bolszewika. Hej, 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 cokoły, na nich zdrajcę, łotry i matoły, goń, goń, goń z pomnika bolszewika.
Il ne reste que quelques minutes à ma vie. Tout au plus quelques heures, je sens que je faiblis. Mon frère est mort hier au milieu du désert. Je suis maintenant le dernier humain de la terre. On m'a décrit jadis quand j'étais un enfant ce qu'avait l'air le monde il y a très très longtemps, quand vivaient les parents de mon arrière-grand-père et qu'il tombait encore de la neige en hiver. En ces temps on vivait au rythme des saisons et la fin des étés apportait la moisson. Une eau pure et limpide coulait dans les ruisseaux où venaient s'abreuver chevreuils et orignaux. Moi je n'ai vu qu'une planète désolante, paysage lunaire et chaleur suffocante, et tous mes amis mourir par la soif ou la faim, comme tombent les
Heyo.
jusqu'à ce qu'il n'y ait plus rien.
Heyo, heyo.
Plus rien. Plus rien.
Okay, nice. We work,
Ne reste
we work,
que
we work.
quelques minutes à ma vie. Au plus quelques heures, je sens que je faiblis. Mon frère est mort hier au milieu du désert.
Russian Federation took 196, chanting about women mobilized while striking. What? 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 Hey, look, the only thing I know about the last prison exchange is that a lot of Ukrainians went back home. I genuinely know nothing else. Genuinely, from the Russian side, man, I was doing a detox of internet, and I also did a detox of like Russian information sources fully, throughoutly. Like today I opened up my YouTube and I saw this, and this is legit my first time hearing Gerasimov might be dead. I have no idea what that's referring to. I wasn't on Twitter at all. I tried not to be on like Susi internet sites at all. I was using Threads only and solely. I think it was like Threads for social media, and it was like usually, you know, news sources, and that was that. I have no idea what's going on. I'm a boomer at this point, okay? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's been around. I don't know what's been popular. Kim, thank you for the sub. Holy shit, thank you. Bass music indeed, thank you. See, I'm trying. It's kind of depressing, but I've been listening to a lot of sad songs, so I guess that worked. What's a kneecap and why does a kneecap hurt? Alerts off. Fuck. Hey, they should actually be working. Because I put them up and they were working when I put them up. That's a very meaningful sentence. They were proper, okay? In my defense, they were proper. I tested them before the stream and they were like, yeah, everything is alright. And now I'm trying to click around. I don't know where I am. Oh, okay. Here, and then alert. Alerts. It says alerts on. So why are they not on? That's a good question. I know why they're not on. It's because I'm an idiot. It is because I am an idiot. Where's the browser source? Alertovi. There it's the water set. Like this. Okay, now they should be working. Hey, I got a new overlay. I got a ability to buy whatever I wanted from the overlays as my gift, and I went through like a bunch of online sources, and I found this one, and it enables me. You know what it does for alerts? Let me show you the alert. Kind of sad it didn't work because I didn't set it up properly, but now I did. But look what he does. He does little like. Wait, let me test it. We're gonna test it now. Okay. We're doing testing of alerts right now. Oh, can I go here? Oh wait, let me try to see this. Here. I can. He can open these little thingies, and actually I made one for like to go dive around to see what Moscow has been up to, and then I'm planning to like add little gifts around because it's been cute. The Warfront, well, not as good as I would like it to be going. But Russia isn't doing alright, so I'm kinda hoping the shithole crumbles soon. I'm hoping something happens with them. They got no chicken. My dudes, did you know that apparently the largest chicken and beef production in region of Russia, for the like what they call European region of Russia, it's located in Belgorod region. They placed a bunch of military facilities right there, and they also got a bunch of chicken there and a bunch of beef there, and now it's almost impossible to, you know, for it to reach the entirety of the country because of the obvious attacks on it happening. So now they got no chicken on their shelves, which you know, whenever I see Russians go do something shitty, I'm happy. I'm kinda happy. Yeah, they're making lots of artillery. Also, a problem is that they're using artillery from North Korea, which is very fucking concerning. That should not be happening, my dude. That should not be happening, okay? So, yeah. Oh, look, I can also replay this one of Slippers calling me fat. Calling me fat? How dare you? How fucking dare you? What is it? I wish. I wish they were freezing. I wish they were freezing all over the shithole. They're not. Unfortunately, they're not. They're doing... Didn't they have like an orgy party? What did they have? They had something. They had something. I remember people being pissed off over something, some way that they celebrated New Year's. But like, I was trying not to think too much about Russians. Though what I was trying to do, I was an ambassador for Russophobia. Okay, I was an IRL ambassador for Russophobia. Turns out it's quite easy to do if you remind people that Russians are very similar to Serbs. Whenever people would switch the conversation to like what Russians are doing, I would be like, yeah, that's exactly what Serbs did here. And the worst thing is, it is exactly what Serbs did here, you know? So they were talking, for example, about how we got here. I don't know how much you guys know about like Balkan. Probably not too much, right? But, like we got Vučedolska Golubica here, which is close to Vukovar. If you remember, Vukovar is like what we would call Croatian Mariupol, right? Now, Vučedolska Golubica was an archaeological site. It is a statue found at an archaeological site close to Vukovar. When Vukovar was overtaken by Serbs, they tried to do ethnic cleansing of all Croats there. So these idiots, 0 IQ barbarians, what they did was they entered Croatian parts, right? And they found our museums, and then they were like, fuck these museums, because these museums existing somehow proves that Croatia has been existing for all the time, which like makes no sense, right? This is like prehistory. This had nothing to do with Croatia as we know it. But they still wanted to destroy that too, because they saw that too as a representation of what Croatia is. So basically, in their 0 IQ state of existing, they burned down so many of these wooden little trinkets that we had from prehistory. They burned them, they destroyed them all. We will never regain this. And they did it just because they wanted to like destroy everything that Croatia is, right? So my relatives were talking about this recently, because the new museum that we have for this prehistoric site, it's a beautiful museum, but it's like relatively tiny. It's very well funded, it's very well paid, it's genuinely worth visiting, but like it's relatively tiny. So we had a conversation about how small that museum is and like why don't they expand the site a little bit more, and then some of my relatives were like, oh yeah, they can't actually expand it because a lot of the things that we had during the war they were destroyed because the Serbs came in and they destroyed all of them. Now how easy it was to just like turn that conversation into, yeah, you know who also is doing that shit? The Russians are. And then you turn it to Russians burning Ukrainian children's books because they want to destroy the language itself. Man, that was a fucking ambassador, okay? Who was it? Girkin, who wanted to give like awards for the greatest Russophobe? I want it, okay? I'm converting people left and right, my dude. I was successful. Vukovar, whatever. Yeah, that one. You got farmers' protest in Germany? Why? Why are your farmers doing it? Novak. Compared to all the fucked up shit Russia has done in the last few weeks, I know they killed several civilians. I know they killed children. I know they shelled civilian areas. I know they can get fucked in the ass. I know approximately. I know what I've seen on the news, and it has been horrifying. I also know Sevastopol has been getting hit quite a lot. I know Russians have been crapping themselves, and I know they got no chicken, and I know they still got no eggs. So I'm kind of hoping that we keep on seeing the Russians get worse and worse. Thank you. It was kind of quiet without me around, wasn't it? Oh, it was quite quiet. I went to check out these other loser streamers a few times. It was sad. Your people do no fighting without me. It was a lot of buttnicks though. And of course, like immediately, I go to Skadesh chat one day. What do I see? Her and no one's talking about Ukraine anymore. I see no streamers talk about Ukraine anymore. Everyone forgot about Ukraine already. Bro. One. I don't even know, has Dylan been streaming? I guess Dylan has been streaming, but like, really, what? It's like ever since Topson got banned off site, everyone's pretending like no one's talking about Ukraine anymore. Wait. I'm trying to make the chat work better, but I don't know where the thing is. I want a thing and I don't know where the thing is. Yeah, I'm gonna find one day. The thing that makes them not disappear that quickly, so they stay for a bit longer. Here? Oh nice, found it. Message limit. Fixed it. I am the smartest person in existence. Genuinely the smartest one, the brightest one ever. He's been debating it. It's nice. Oh. Vatniks or anti-Semites or comments? Great. It's like Twitter on here, isn't it? It's like Twitter. Oh, lovely. Just fucking great. It's like you got Dylan and that's that. You genuinely, you got Dylan and that's that. Also, I've been Dylan ambassador too, so you know, if you see some Croatians spamming his chat, that's because of me. Okay, I was ambassadoring. I was doing I found a good community on Threads. Like this. But basically they were talking about the war heroes, and we talked a bit about Steve Gaunt. I'm taking my boyfriend soon to Vinkovci to go to his cafe. He has a whole British themed cafe in Croatia. You remember Steve Gaunt, like the Brit who came to Croatia to volunteer, and then he was a journalist also here, and then he, stayed in Croatia, and because of him we got that little phone booth that Brits have. We got it in Vinkovci. But basically I was talking to people about him and how great he is, and they were like, oh yeah, well, why does it matter so much if he was like a journalist? And then I pointed to them how many papers on Serb occupation of Vukovar and the siege of the city itself and the civilians being chased out, how many of them are videos from Steve Gaunt. He's like the best source we have on this. When we learn about this shit in school, we are shown his videos. Right? Like when we get documentaries about Croatia and about the Homeland War, it's his videos, it's Steve Gaunt. So we talked about that, and then I was like, you know what though, there's this dude and he's streaming dude from USA and he's in Ukraine. He was in Ukraine, now he went back to USA. He's still in USA, I've got no idea. But basically I was like, yeah, I also want to watch him because, you know, having reporters on the ground is really, really fucking cool and a really valuable source, as we have learned from Steve fucking Gaunt. Because if we did not have Steve Gaunt, I don't know what we would do. I don't know what we would be knowing about the siege of Vukovar. We would have no sources. Do you guys remember I showed you Vukovar Hospital? Vukovar Hospital thing? It's kind of creepy, okay, but they have like life-size dolls representing the people who were in the hospital at the time. And it's like it's the whole basement of the hospital. It's like a memorial site, and you walk through it and you see like where all the patients were and everything, and it's horrible. We have this because of Steve Gaunt, because his videos showed us what the basement of the hospital looked like, so we could recreate it. So yeah, reporters on the site are fucking amazing and incredibly valuable. Oh yeah, Canadian Frenchies are different from like Frenchies. You gotta separate them. He's not pushing the American bad. Oh yeah. Me, the number one political streamer. True. I indeed do not. You heard it wrong. You heard misinformation. How many kilos did you gain? I think I lost kilos, but I don't have the scale. I don't have the scale in my house, so I don't know. But I think I lost some kilos. I'm trying to do the, you know, New Year, New Me basic bitch thing. I'm trying to do that. I'm the New Year, New basic bitch. So I'm going on a, how would I call it? I'm trying not to be drinking sugary juices anymore. That's what I'm trying to do. So far so well. I'm drinking tea, I'm drinking water, I'm drinking Cedevita. So, but like I'm doing fine. Also drank beer and also drank some gin. I drank, you know what happened to me? Listen, day before Christmas, or like 2 days before Christmas, not sure. But I'm like decorating the house with my mother and we're making some Christmas cookies. And we're like, hey, we could make some mulled wine. So we make mulled wine, like 1 cup each, proper cup, not like big cup, not this cup, proper cup, tiny small cup. We make mulled wine and we get drunk from 1 cup each. I had to drive to my grand aunt later to bring her some medications. Actually, like, we both had to go because my mother knows how to solve her papers, and, you know, it's like, you gotta go visit your grand aunt for Christmas. You don't know how long she's gonna live. She's like 87 or something. So we were both supposed to go, and I was like, okay, mother, you're gonna be driving because I can't drive because I'm drunk from 1 cup of mulled wine. And she's like, oh yeah, I also can't be driving because I'm also drunk. So it was an experience. It was an experience. We basically came to the grand aunt and we were like, hey, we're both tipsy. How are you doing? And then we spent an hour and a half talking about why men suck. So, like, we don't drink eggnog here. What the Croatians eat on Christmas? You know what we eat on Christmas? Oh, shit. Hladetina. Do people have this? I think I was looking into, whose meals did I look into? And they had this. It was some other Europeans. It was one of you losers. But it's this. It's like all wobbly. And not this. This is disgusting. I don't know what this is. This is horrible. That should be illegal. But like just pig's meat. That. Not like this. That is also horrible. Not like this either. That is also horrible. I think it looks bad in like basically every iteration, even in the one we eat it in. But it's the jelly thing with a bunch of meat in it. You don't put vegetables in it. That should be illegal. But we eat that, and we eat we usually do pig slaughter thing around Christmas because it's winter time, and they used to be doing it in winter time because then it's colder, so the meat can survive for a bit longer. So then we got like fresh sausages and everything, and we eat that. So that's the Christmassy thing. And we also make fish soup. Salt? Hey, could be. Could be. I think they use that word sometimes for it. Yeah, basically the same thing. It also shows me like the illegal stuff. But like you know, if you eat it, you probably know. I think this one is like the closest to the real thing. This, kind of like this. Like, it's meat. It's not, you don't put eggs in it, and you don't put pickles in it. By the way, did you know you can buy pickles, but like, cut into strips? Did you know you can buy that? You can buy like a whole jar of that. Because I had no idea. We went to a store recently. And they just had it. It was like a huge jar, and it's pickles, but they're already cut. They're already cut. They're expensive as shit, but they're already cut. Why would you do that? Why would you buy that? Who buys that? Who's lazy enough to buy that? I'm lazy enough to buy that. I wanted to buy it. I didn't buy it because it was too expensive, and I have no money this week. NATO. Pedersen. But you know, why? Either buy it or make salt or something. You can buy it? Oh, we can't buy it. I mean, maybe we can buy it. I've never thought about buying it. I don't know if you can buy it. We never bought it. I did buy some lamb meat though. I bought some lamb meat. It was really, really good. Took me like a month and a half to find where you can buy lamb meat in stores here, because they keep on advertising it, but not many people buy it. So they like advertise it everywhere, and then they get just a few kilograms of it in store, and then like 3 people come there and they buy it, and that's that, you know, because they're afraid that if they order too much, then it's going to go to waste. So yeah, it took me a month and a half to find it, but it was good. Big ass bits and nice. Oh, I tried. Did I tell you guys I tried Domino's? Because I tried Domino's again. It was good. It was good. I tried some spicy pizza from Domino's. It was real spicy. It was proper spicy. It was nice spicy. Tried the bland loser one last time. It was like a bland. But like it was okay, but it was blandish. Tried the spicy one. The spicy one was good. The spicy one was good. I recommend the spicy one. I recommend the Croatian spicy one though. So like, you gotta come to Croatian Domino's. You can't go to your loser Domino's there. Minus 29? Oh, we're having snow today. But it's they said on the news it's going to be a snowstorm. So I was kind of expecting a snowstorm, you know, as you do when they say it's going to be a snowstorm. But what actually happened is we got like, yeah. It's disappointing, basically. What I got was disappointment for Christmas. So yeah. Not for Christmas, for New Year's. Still though, they say whatever happens to you in first days of New Year is going to keep on happening to you throughout the rest of the year. So I'm guessing the rest of the year I'm just gonna be disappointed as fuck. That's the way I'm seeing this, you know. Armen Aspanov, a Russian colonel, head of the armored services of the Russian airborne forces, went to the occupied territories of Ukraine to raise the morale of personnel. He stepped on a mine and oh no. I'm sure that raised the morale. His visit was a blast tomorrow. That's cute though, that's cute. I saw someone post recently that, you remember that like hotline? There was, what's the word? A hotline for the Russian soldiers to call so they could surrender. Like around 220 of them surrendered, which isn't even that much to be honest. That's a tiny little number. That's a tiny little number. Just close the hotline and use the funds to blast them, and that's that. People were stuck in traffic in southern Sweden for more than a day. What did they do? Why? We had traffic in Croatia yesterday. You know why? You know why? We got a thing here in Croatia where our retail stores look at this fucking image on the wall. Our retail stores are allowed to be opened for 16 Sundays in a year. It's a new law thing, right? And last Sunday was not one of those for most of the stores, but like some of them were allowed to be opened. And in the capital city, there was, I think, one shopping mall that was opened yesterday. And they had people waiting for hours in their stupid cars to go to the shopping mall to buy shit. There wasn't any sales. There were no sales. There was no nothing. They just wanted to go do their stupid shopping. It was such a dumb thing. I kept on looking at the news and being like, wow, look at these idiots. Just idiots sitting in their stupid traffic that they made for no reason. There's nothing going on. It's just like a normal shop being opened. Why the fuck? How the fuck do you live if you can't survive one weekend without going shopping? Oh, holy shit. New party? Left wing, very pro-Russia. The usual, just make peace, stop sending weapons. That sucks. Do you think they're gonna be popular? We're having a thing in Croatia actually recently. Oh, we're having a thing. Let me just play you a song though while I talk to you about the thing. What is this? He's going to Moscow. Great, let's go. We're having a thing in Croatia. We had 2 incidents in the last few weeks, which were very how to say this? Nationalists being idiots. And I was happy to look at them because it's starting a lot of new interesting conversations. The first incident we're having is basically we're having a thing where Serbian folk songs are becoming really popular, right? Serbian folk songs are really popular in Croatian clubs. So, of course, Serbian folk singers are really popular among Croatian youth, and then they are holding concerts over here. And then you got like nationalist Croatians being quite angry over this fact that Serbs are coming here to hold their little concerts. So they tried to organize and to stop this from happening, to like stop Serb folk singers from coming to Croatia and holding concerts. And the political party that was trying to push for this, like great Croatian nationalists, turns out that the main dude in this campaign, there's a video of him online singing a song from a Serb singer who was making pro-war songs during our war. You know, it's like, imagine if someone now is like, oh yeah, we can't be listening to Russian songs anymore. We can't be listening to Russian songs anymore. And he's trying to ban like Russian pop, basic ass pop bitches from your charts. And then you go through his online history and he's singing songs from Shaman. That's what's going on here. That's the first incident. And then we got another one, which happened yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. In Vukovar. Oh, I love this one. In Vukovar, we had 2 groups fighting. One group, kids, 15 to 16 years old. The other group, adults, 20 to 35 years old, right? The adults attacked the kids. Several of these kids ended up in the hospital. The adults attacked the kids because they thought the kids were Serbs. The kids were not Serbs, the kids were Croatian kids. But the adults, out of some stupid ass reason, possibly because of them being football fans, because if there's anything I've learned recently, it's that football fans have 0 IQ. You gotta go through a lobotomy to become a football fan. But they heard one of the kids speaking in an accent that sounded kinda Serbian to them. So they went and attacked these kids, beat them up, sent several of them into the hospital, and then it turned out not only were these kids not Serbs, several of them were children of Croatian homeland defenders. They're kids of our heroes. These people just beat them up because they heard one person in the group talking in what they branded Serbian accent, so they went and beat them up. So lots of very interesting conversations happening in Croatia right now about nationalism and about how nationalism is used and embraced by stupid people willing to push their violence on everyone else. So I'm kind of, despite the fact that both incidents were goddamn stupid, I'm happy to see the conversations around them because the conversations are very, very interesting. In a club? Oh shit, third song I hear is a Bosnian song? No! Wait, I'm gonna play that one. Now I wanna know, now I wanna know. Trucks were stuck in the snow and they could not remove the snow in Sweden? Aren't Swedes always prepared for some snow? Sweden. How do you not always have anti-snow shit ready? You're Sweden. Aren't you always under snow? Is this like, I remember a few years ago, it was Christmas time in Croatia. And you know how Christmas time means winter? And you know how winter means that there's gonna be snow sometimes? Yeah, apparently our road clearing services didn't, because the snow fell during the night and they didn't clean it at all. So there was like chaos in the morning because no one could go to work, right? Because they didn't clean anything. And when they were asked like, hey, how did this happen? Like, why were none of the roads cleared? They were like, oh yeah, the snow surprised us. We didn't expect the snow in the middle of fucking winter. We didn't expect it. We didn't see it coming. We had no snow patrols because we were like, snow, middle of winter? Surely it's not going to happen. Is that what happened there too? You guys were like, oh no, there's not gonna be snow. Because waiting for hours? Holy shit. Why can't I click on this one? Why is it not allowing me to click on this one? That is ridiculous. I have to click on this? That is stupid. Okay, proper. I love Balkan culture spreading. I support this. I support this very much. Fuck, do we have a like English lyrics video plus Kalashnikov? I was so surprised when German students play the song while playing drinking game Rage Cage. What's Rage Cage? What's Rage Cage? Is that some weird German thing? Oh, ping pong. Something with ping pong. Players need to bounce ping pong balls into a cup as fast as they can, or else they have to drink. Two players with ping pong balls pick a cup closest to them, drink the beer, and attempt to rapidly bounce their ball into the empty cup. Continues until a player makes it into their cup while the next person is still bouncing. You people are weird. We just kind of sit in a circle and drink, to be honest. We're just gonna sit in a circle and drink. But I guess this could also work. I guess you could also do it your way. I guess I could also be successful. Sergei Kosenko, a video game throwing his 2-month-old son to a snowdrift. The video is not show a real baby, but a doll. Oh, damn. Ostanina herself knows everything about a healthy and strong family. In 2012, her son Daniel was convicted of the brutal murder of his business partner, stabbing him 42 times. What? That's more interesting than this event. They got the mother of a murderer just like chilling there. Just chilling there in their committee, and she's just there. She's just existing around. Also, my stupid chat is not opening properly now, that annoys me. This thing. Okay, proper. Ah, proper. That is horrible. That is just horrible. Oh, doll, maybe it was, you never know. Man who created Dead Mothers, aka Father Frost, aka Soviet version of Santa, was also one of the men responsible for Holodomor? Can we Google that? China? Damn, I wonder when USA is going to look at this and go, we are deeply concerned. Unfortunately, we cannot do a single thing about this because why would we? Why would we? Why would we? Who made him up? Residence development. Check this out. Following the Russian Revolution, Christmas traditions were actively discouraged because they were considered to be bourgeois and religious. Similarly, in 1928, Dead Moroz was declared an ally of the priest and kulak. Nevertheless, the image of Dead Moroz took its current form during Soviet times, becoming the main symbol of the New Year's holiday that replaced Christmas. Some Christmas traditions were revived following the famous letter by Pavel Postishev, published in Pravda. He believed that the origins of the holiday, which were pre-Christian, were less important than the benefits it could bring to Soviet children. The benefits? Soviet Santa bringing famine. True. I mean, maybe he got some eggs to like kids die. You know how communism is, right? You get an egg and you're happy. My grandmother, she used to be putting like little bonbons. Do your grandmothers do this too? Putting little bonbons on the Christmas tree? Because like they had no bonbons when they were kids. Why is it so quiet? Oh, it's not quiet. There's no sound at all. They had no bonbons when they were kids. So it was like a flex thing where you could put a bunch of them on a Christmas tree. And especially if you could put enough of them to actually, you know, be like visible on the fucking tree and to be colorful. That was like, oh, you are one of the rich ones. So yeah, whatever he brings to you, basically you would see it as a blessing. Oh, it was this one. Member of Stalin's inner circle, of course, before falling victim to the Great Purge. Oh, karma? A court in Kiev judged him guilty of complicity in genocide because of his part in causing the mass starvation in Ukraine in the early 1930s. Oh, damn. What was his part? He sent a telegram to the Ukrainian party leadership ordering them to meet their quota for exporting grain, in spite of warnings that forced collectivization was causing mass starvation. Man. Later that month, he was sent back to Ukraine to enforce grain collection. He was appointed second secretary of the Central Committee of the Ukraine CP and first secretary of Kharkiv City, Kharkiv Oblast Party organizations. He functioned as Stalin's direct emissary, a kind of governor-general of Ukraine. He criticized the Ukrainian communists for their lack of Bolshevik vigilance in Stalin's systematic enforcement of increased grain quotas. His party activists conducted a brutal campaign through farms and homes, searching for suspected hiding places and confiscating every bit of grain, with disregard for the starvation they encountered. Man. During his first hour, Postyshev took his 18-year-old son Valentin with him. The youth was so distressed by the spectacle of starvation that his father assembled the family when they returned home and ordered them all not to conduct anti-party conversations at home. His own kid was like that, holy shit. Before his return, the Communist Party encouraged, or at least permitted, the use of Ukrainian language in schools and the teaching of Ukrainian history and language in universities. Early efforts by the Bolsheviks encouraging regional autonomy and supporting minority groups were intended to monopolize their support among said groups and to undermine the burgeoning efforts of anti-communist nationalists. The university courses were closed down in January 1933. In June, Postyshev accused Ukraine People's Commissar for Education of wrecking the schools and universities by allowing Petliurid swine to gain control. Oh. Man. Osha discreetly committed suicide soon afterwards? What? This was the start of a purge of such nests of nationalist counter-revolutionaries targeting the commissariats of education, agriculture, legal workers, not to mention newspapers, journals, encyclopedias and film studios, during which over 15,000 officials were eliminated on charges of nationalism. Thousands of authors, scholars, philosophers, artists, musicians, editors were exiled to labor camps, executed or disappeared. Ukrainian Communist Party was also targeted. Postyshev forced the sacking of 237 secretaries of district party committees and 249 chairmen of district executive committees. Almost 100,000 members were expelled during his first year in Ukraine, and a further 168,000 throughout 1938. The majority were exiled or shot. Man! He was elected a candidate member of Politburo. He oversaw the socialist reconstruction of Kiev, which involved the destruction of churches and monuments and Orthodox and Jewish cemeteries. What the hell? What the hell? The most Kremlin-friendly party has a lot more Estonian pro-European Union people leaving the party. Nice. Oh nice, oh nice, oh nice. May they lose everything. Wait, Vatnik Soup? Oh, I saw Vatnik Soup, by the way. Vatnik Soup made what was Vatnik Soup on? They made a new one. They made a new one, a video. A video of a new one. Oh, I have to click here. Okay, fair. I click on translate and it still shows me the same one. Holy shit, that's a brutal image though. Wait, how was it? Google? And then I can go here. 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 What do you mean detect language? Where's English? English. Oh, here's English. Evil Santa Claus decided to cross the border into the man. 2002. Man. Don't have any grain. I don't know. I don't know what grain is. I never heard of it. Never heard of it. Don't come into my house. Thank you from like may they get fucked. Isn't that a war crime? Bro, everything they do is a war crime at this point. I think they just only flex like fucking war crimes. All the other atrocities we're like used to. They have to be flexing worse and worse shit at this point. Map of European cities where people complain about the lack of heating and electricity due to the restriction of Russian energy supplies. Yeah, I'm kind of offended. I'm offended that I'm being called European, but at the same time, fucking deserved. Fucking deserved. I hope it gets worse. Graphs. He's wagering he can outlast Western support for Ukraine if he can keep Russia's war machine running. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping enough for his people die so he can't. I am kind of hoping enough of his people go down so his production has to also go down. Military budget, highest it has been since Soviet times, growing by more than 2/3 from last year. Manufacturing capacity has also overcome initial shortages to help Moscow's war machine churn out weaponry for a lengthy campaign, often at the expense of civilian production. Ukraine is also investing, but it is no match for a much larger Russian military-industrial complex running at full steam. Kyiv could fall further behind as Western support dries up. To be fair, I'm not sure if it's going to fall. I'm not sure if it's going to dry up fully. Though at the same time, I also don't feel too safe when it comes to European Union and what we are doing. So yeah, proper. Male population. Ooh. Switch to a war economy and find alternative sources for components it previously bought from the West. That too. They are buying from North Korea, so that's very, very problematic. Inflation is growing. Years of low birth rates combined with an exodus of fighting engagement to the front lines or overseas have depleted its labor force, worsening its longer-term outlook. Ukraine is in a more precarious position, with Western resistance dwindling and concerns growing over how US attitudes might change after the 2024 presidential election. Without sufficient support, Ukraine may have to resort to painful spending cuts or even printing money to fill its deficit, something that would pose a grave risk to the health of its economy. Foreign financing gap. Public support remains high. There are growing concerns about the depth of US commitment. Pew Research Center survey found that the percentage of people saying Washington is providing too much support rose to 31% in December from 7% at the start of the war. Support for Ukraine, though still high, also shows signs of fading in European Union. Yeah, European Union, I'm like shaky on it. I'm shaky on it. I really am worried about Hungary possibly getting the leading spot very, very soon. I'm worried about Hungarians. I place no trust in Hungarians. I don't think they should be allowed any sort of a power position. Ukrainian polls show continued opposition to territorial concessions and consistently high trust in the military, even as President Volodymyr Zelensky's trust levels have registered some declines. So some. What's this? Approval of Putin? Damn. Oh, damn, that is ridiculous. That is way too high. Hey, yo, Astro, how are you doing? Hey, yo. Thank you for the sub. How is life going? How's everything? Conservatives will be the largest party. They are overall pro-Ukraine, but their current leader is weird. Define weird. Define weird. Weird in a way they're going to try to stop giving aid to Ukraine, or weird in a way that it's like, he's just a weird dude. He's just a weird little man, but he's existing. Boiler house. The decades-old pipes and equipment are frozen, with icicles hanging off of the pumps. Residents have no heat in the midst of temperatures of -16 during the day and -24 at night. I would say I'm sad, but I'm not. Fucking Moscow suburb, though. It's a fucking suburb. It's not even like a part of Russia very, very far away from Moscow. It's the goddamn suburbs. Imagine being in Moscow suburbs and fucking freezing your ass off. Man, what losers. What goddamn losers. Maybe they're soon gonna be waiting in line for some heaters or whatever the fuck. One of those, you know, those little packs for heating your arms, hands. They click and then they heat up. Maybe that, maybe that. Has that technology reached Russia? Has any technology reached Russia? Who the fuck knows? Russia is preparing for a long campaign. They want the entire 2024 to be very difficult for us in terms of waging war. They wanted that before too. At this time, the enemy has launched only 50 missiles of various types. But on this time, the problem was that we simply do not have enough countermeasures for half of what was released. True. If less than a week has passed since the previous massive missile attack, it is possible that the Russian military has improved its work on processing intelligence data and planning new strikes. Judging by the nature of the missile firing, the Russian Federation is preparing for a long campaign, at least several weeks, of strikes against our infrastructure. Kalibr cruise missiles and medium-range cruise missiles for the Iskander have still not been used. Accordingly, they may be in an intact stock of conventional missiles. The ratio of the estimated stocks of long-range missiles of the Russian Federation in general looks like this. Approximately 50% for winged subsonic and approximately 50% for ballistic, supersonic, aeroballistic. It is somewhere in this proportion that the Russians today used missiles for strikes on Ukraine. Well, that is fucking ridiculous though. That is goddamn ridiculous. 50-50 if it's true. Ah, that makes sense. Russians are protesting? Nah, bullshit. I mean, Russians are protesting now. How boiler room that constantly stops working. Sucks to be you, Lamau. I hope it stops working for full. We got children and the elderly. I don't know, my dude. I don't know. Maybe ask Putin to help. Oh, are they asking Putin to help? I'm guessing they're asking Putin to help. Putin, please help us. With poor little civilians. But none of these look like they could be conscripted. It's like women? Is it not women? Ah, who the fuck cares about those? You can't put those in the front line, can you? Yeah, we got some elderly. Can't put the elderly on the front lines either. So what's the point? Why would you save them? Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Man, they're trying so hard to make me care. They're trying so hard to pretend you like they care. They don't care, my dude. They don't care. Yekaterinsky housing block in surrounding area has no electricity and record freezing temperatures after an accident at the electric substation in Rostov. Oh no. Oh, very sad. Oh, very, 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 very sad. Oh, are they gonna start doing the... Are they gonna start doing the DDR thing? Because when my parents were in Germany as refugees, they remember that there were people in Eastern Germany who were making fires in the middle of their apartment because they could not get heating inside the apartment building. So they just like made a whole fire in the middle of the fucking apartment to keep warm. I wonder if Russians are gonna start doing that too. That would be fucking ridiculous. Very, very commie like. That was actually a sad episode, by the way. It might have something to do with forced recruitment of state electricity company and other such employees into their special military operation. Ah, you think? Wait, they recruited those too? That's fucking ridiculous. That's even dumber. That's even dumber than this. Men are already on the front. That too. If men are on the front, then why would you need to like keep the women warm though? That's silly, that's silly. It's like with the whole eggs and chicken leg thing, you know? Why would you need to have food if you're a Russian still inside Russia? What's the point? Like, you want to be useful to the motherland? Go and die on the front line. Why would you need food if you're just gonna stay inside Russia? Lamal. Ain't gonna be wasting time on you. But stacks of rubles for warmth. Okay, fair, that's too. You can probably get more out of it by burning it down. That's true, that's true. Ooh. Is Scholz being blackmailed by Putin? Is it? What would Putin be blackmailing him with? Newspaper writes that there are rumors that the Vykard case and its ties to Russian spy Jon Marsalek could deal the final blow to the Social Democratic leader. Shadows of Russia lie over Scholz. I wonder, what could this be? I wonder. Damn, you know what would be a good way for Scholz to prove that he is not being blackmailed by Russia? Give us Taurus. Give us Taurus, give us some shit, my dude. Come on, come on, come on. You know you got it, you're German. You know you got it. You know you got it. Just give it, give it. Scott Ritter? The pedophile? The twice convicted pedophile? Scott Ritter has turned up in Chechnya and has spoken in broken Russian to thousands of Kadyrov's fighters about his efforts to strengthen the friendship between Chechnya and America. And the pedophile. The pedophile has turned in Chechnya to talk about strengthening the friendship between Chechnya and America. The pedo. Coming to speak to Kadyrov's men. The fuck does that make any sort of sense? How dare you speak to Chechens? How dare a pro-Russian dude speak to Chechens?
Большое спасибо, ваш президент, ваш командир, ваш офицерам и солдат Чечни. Это моя второй раз в Чечне. Я был мой первый раз, когда человек говорит, почему вы хотите визитить Чечню? Я говорю, надо визитить. Почему? Потому что сейчас вся Америка, вся Европа, люди только знают, когда я говорю Чечня, она думает, это страшный человек. Но страшно не хорошо.
You know why? You know why Europeans think Chechens are scary? It's because that's what has been said about Chechens to us when Russians went to butcher them. And that's why Europeans think Chechens are scary. Because when Russia went into Chechnya and went to kill Chechens, what they have used as the excuse for going to kill Chechens was that, hey, Chechens are all Muslim extremists. Chechens are here burning up buildings. Chechens are here to do terrorist attacks on our soil, and we have to go and we have to kill a bunch of their civilians because they are horrible, horrible people. In big part, there's like very, very good analysis of how Russians at the time, they've used like the global anti-terror campaigns to push validity for their own fight and attempt at ethnic cleansing of Chechen people. Right? They were like, oh, everyone else is scared of Muslims right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna portray Chechens as Muslim extremists instead of just people who want to be allowed to have their own country, right? We're gonna push this idea of them being Muslim extremists. So everyone else already fears Muslim extremists. They're gonna fear Chechens too. And then no one is going to be blaming us for butchering them, right? And that's exactly what happened, by the way. We all saw Russians killing Chechens and we were all like, yeah, these are Muslim extremists anyways, so I guess they deserve it. I guess this is GG. I guess Russia is just defending itself as it always has been, has it not? Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And now he's using that to be bitching about like how the world sees Chechens when the world sees Chechens this way in big part because of Russia.
Страшно плохо. Это неправда. Когда я визитный, я смотрел чеченские люди. Сами хорошие люди. Люди хотят жить мир.
Oh, he's
Хотят
kills me.
дружба, всё мир. Вы страшно солдат. Я знаю ваши истории. Я знаю, вы героем Мариуполя. Я знаю, вы героем Луганск, Донецк, Херсон, Запорожье. Я знаю тоже, вы мужик, человек, хочет семья, хочет детки, хочет жизнь, не хочет борьба. Но сейчас работать надо.
He said fight.
Вы
He said you don't want to fight, I think.
работать, страшно работать. Но главный момент будет, когда войны кончились, и вы вернутся дома, и ружье, до свидания, семье, детки есть. Это будет главный
Yeah,
момент.
he actually said goodbye.
Потому что я здесь. Я хочу работать.
The best time is going to be when when the war's done and you come home and you see your wife and children there and you say goodbye to them. You say goodbye to them because you go to diddle some other children.
Дружба между Чечней и Америкой. Америка неплохо с места. Американские люди...
Man, why the fuck is this dude allowed to speak anywhere?
Государство — это другой вопрос, это политик. Я не политик. Я солдат, как вы. Я думаю, вы будете выиграть вашу работу. Я знаю. И когда все, я хочу, чтобы все чеченские солдаты вернулись дома и нормальная жизнь. Еще один раз большое спасибо. Я очень рад здесь. Я очень рад с вами познакомиться.
He gives no shit about Chechens. He gives no shit about Chechens. He gives no shit about them having a normal life. What the fuck is he doing that? No, and I'm kind of happy I have not seen it. I'm happy I wasn't around at the time because this was fucking ridiculous. Heroes of Mariupol. I don't know. I don't know what he's been doing. I don't know why he has been doing it. Scott Diddler. Why is he? What validity does he even have on this? Why invite him? Is he just invited because he's like the one dude stupid enough to actually still be pro-Russian very openly? And they were like, yeah, we need one. We either had to like invite Scott Ritter to speak, or we could have had what, Hinkle. We had to choose, it was one or the other, and how stupid, why? Detonation of an oil tanker in Sverdlovsk region. When? Now? Now. A train with full oil tankers departed. 2 explosive devices were found, one of which damaged the tanker and the railway tracks. The other failed to detonate. Fuck. No photos from the scene right now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me some videos. I want to see some videos. Okay, there's something. Oh no, it's the security forces. It's the security forces crapping themselves. Ah, come on. I want to see some videos. I want to see some blowing up. I'm sure it's gonna come out. I just didn't want to see it. I want to see it. Stenenko had a short video about this Ritter. Really? Recent video? Have I seen his video on Ritter? I think I haven't. Elections in UK not likely to cause harm to support Ukraine because both the governing Tory party along with the opposition Labour Party are both supportive, so if Labour gains power, which is very likely this year, then they will continue to support Ukraine. Nice. Highly concerned about USA. Yeah, I'm also very, very scared of USA elections. Oh shit, that's going to be... That's going to be very, very concerning. So yeah, definitely worried about that. This one? I'm seeing this one. What did I want to say? I'm kinda... I've got this like blind, stupid hope that Trump is not going to be allowed to run. And I know it's very unlikely, just I'm hoping he will not be allowed to run at all. I'm really hoping it doesn't get to that. I don't want to be tense for like stupid USA elections. We're having a stupid election year this year. I want to be focusing on our elections, and USA is there, you know, playing a whole fucking circus. What do these Kadirovics think about the fact they are standing and listening to a pedo from the rostrum? Look, Kadirovics. The thing is, when you look at Scott Ritter speak to Chechens about how much he cares about Chechens, the point of insult should come from the fact he pretends to care about Chechens. Kadirovics are not Chechens. Kadirovics are pieces of shit. Kadyrov himself is a piece of shit. These are the people who have betrayed their land, their homeland, their people, their everything. They have betrayed literally every single piece of land that they stand on, just to be allowed to suck up to Russians. This is like the modern version of nations which have tried to suck up to Nazis because they hoped it would give them some benefits in the future. That's that. They forgot their entire fucking history. They forgot what the Russians did to them. Just like few decades ago. It wasn't even that long ago. Some of the missing people still haven't been found, for fuck's sake. But they have completely ignored all of that, pretended to forget all of that just to be allowed to suck up the Russians. So when it comes to Kadyrovitz, I don't think it bothers them in the slightest, the fact that they are listening to a pedophile. I don't think they have enough morality in their existence to care about that. What annoys me is that he's pretending that Kadyrovitz are Chechens. So he's pretending in his caring for these scum, he pretends that he cares for Chechens too. He doesn't give a shit about Chechens. If he cared about Chechens, he would not be able to be pro-Russian at all. Because Russia has been butchering Chechens for generations. For fucking generations, and they're still doing that, and they're still sacrificing a huge number of Chechens in this stupid-ass war. You can't care about Chechens and then also be pro-Russian. Doesn't matter which pedophile, don't listen. Okay, fair, that too. Moldova? I want anyone anti-Romania, pro-Russia, gaining power. Okay, yeah, that. I think Moldova has been doing societally quite okay. But I don't know. What? PM has resigned. President seeks to give new impetus to his second mandate ahead of European Parliament elections and the Paris Olympics this summer. Why? Reforms of the pension system and immigration laws. Macron's party is trailing far-right leader Marine Le Pen by around 8 to 10 points for the June European Union election. Two possible options, either of whom would be France's youngest ever prime minister. Some Gabriel dude. Not a big fan of Muslim customs. Could be pro-Russian then, for all we know. They don't really have a lot on his views. What's the other one? I wanna know who here is on the good side. Do we have anyone on the good side? Career, Minister of the Armed Forces. Oh! He went to Kiev. Ah. Problems of maintenance and training were his reasons for the Leclerc tanks staying at home. Ukrainians were having difficulty with maintenance of Caesar systems and the solution was problematic. Okay, he was selling shit to Poland, so I guess he was good on that. But Oh, no. Man. They got the presidential elections. Oh, we're having super elections. Wait, can I? What was that website I had? I had a website for a while. I had a website listed in my links that was supposed to give me a list of upcoming elections. I need to start spamming that one again. Election calendar, but no, this one is statewide. Yeah, this is the fake one. This is the fake one. This is the one on USA only. There was one which was on worldwide. Let me write Europe. Yeah, Europe elects, I guess. $2024, nice. We still don't know the date of ours. I wonder where they wrote us in. And Ukraine is written, by the way. Oh, Croatia, National Parliament by 22nd of July. Yeah, because we still don't know when it's going to happen. So we are still not sure. Liechtenstein. Yeah. Finland. The Finns. Who do we cheer for? Who do we cheer for in the Finns? Holy shit. Portugal, Azerbaijan. Oh, presidential elections in Azerbaijan. Oh, cute. Who are we cheering for, my dudes? Oh, I wonder who the candidates are gonna be. Oh, I'm guessing there's going to be plenty of them. Hey, yeah, this one. Hey, I remember this one. Azerbaijan. Bro, I can't fucking believe it. They're having presidential elections this year. Why are they doing that? Why waste time? Are they even wasting time? Are they just going to be like, yeah, he won again? Why would you do that? You prefer Labour wins because the Tories are closely associated with Brexit? Ooh, I'm scared. I'm really, really scared. But I think, look, I got this thing where I don't trust leftists. I don't trust leftists at all anymore, okay? I like, in my mind, if I know a party is left-wing, I'm like... So I'm scared of Labour winning. And I know it would be better for the UK too if they win. I know. It's just that for me, in my eyes, it's like, I don't know if I want leftists to be winning. I'm not sure if I want that. Because when you talk about like the right-wingers, at least... I feel it's possible to get them into the whole nationalistic mindset in which you could hope that their influence is going to be positive, right? But when it comes to leftists, I don't know. They are like a wild card in my eyes. And I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I'm like scared of them. I think I've got this like unreasonable prejudice towards them, and I just they're supporting Ukraine. I hope so, because we've seen, you know what messes me up. We had a thing here with our prime minister being very pro-Ukraine, so our president has been quite pro-Russian, or very pro-Russian, let's say it like that. The president is leading the leftist party, and the prime minister is leading the right-wing one, right? And what we have seen is that the party itself, it's like once you become the president, you can no longer be the leader of the party. So the president used to be the leader of the leftist party, and then he became a president, and now they had to choose a new leader. They haven't really completely moved away from his words, because they still have to maintain this idea of being against the right-wingers. You know, like they can't agree to agree on supporting Ukraine. They have to do a little cosplay of like, oh, there's us versus them. So they do say that they are pro-Ukraine, but they're a bit sussy on it. They're a bit soft on it. It's one of those, you know, when they say they are pro-Ukraine, but they do it through a pro-peace conversation. They're kind of doing that. So overall, I'm a bit scared of leftists. But if they're based, I'm hoping they win. He's based in Ukraine, and certainly not a Corbyn guy. Corbyn was one of those awful Soviet romantic leftists. Ah, that means more center-left. Okay, that would make sense. That would make sense. Then, yeah, let's see that. Let's see that. I know that a change in government would benefit UK. I know lots of UK people have been talking about how much they are hopeful over this, so I'm hoping it goes well, genuinely. You should create a new transportation corridor and provide Ukraine with access to Romanian ports, bypassing Poland, Hungary and Slovakia. Nice! 3,000 workers and hundreds of vehicles are working around the clock 7 days a week. What? Okay, apparently it's an old project. People are saying in the comments it's an old project that they were supposed to be building, but they didn't build it. But it's working. Autostrada Moldovei. Oh. Unfair. Poles are sitting the bed with their blockade. Yeah, that too. They stopped it for a while and then they started threatening with it again. I don't even know. Are they now doing it again? Oh, they lifted the blockade at one checkpoint, but it's still going on other ones. Polish farmers to resume blockade of Ukraine border crossing. Why? Oh, come on. They suspended their protest on December 24th. Although the agriculture minister provided a note telling the farmers their demands would be met, the prime minister himself has not given a signed declaration. We have not received written confirmation that our demands will be met, so we are continuing the protest. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Streaming schedule should be in the afternoons. From 5 in the evening to 8 in the evening, which is basically starting 2 hours before this and ending 1 hour after this. Here articles from Socialist News about how Keir Starmer is terrible for supporting the war in Ukraine. War? You say Socialist News and I'm immediately like, I want to see it. I want to see what they're saying. Oh, the blocky dude. Oh, I'm seeing chaos news on him. Worries over election impact on his children. Ooh. Do write in socialist news, but then what if I get them in my recommended? What if I start getting them in my recommended? I don't want to be getting fucking socialist in my recommended. That would be horrible. That would be bad. It's gonna be late. That's part of the schedule. That's part of the schedule. It's a feature, not a bug. You can put money in Russia, fueling these blockades, and now with the speed up crossing project between Romania and Ukraine, they will have to swallow the isolationist pill. They've been asking for a long time. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, even the valid point of concern, as you say, it's like, it's one of those things that is very easily manipulated by pro-Russian actors. And the fact that the protesters, I don't even know if they're not seeing it. I'm not really willing to defend the protesters. What confuses me is that the government is not really doing much to get rid of them. Because the protesters, I do think that they are very, very pro-Russian. I do think they know what they are doing. I do think this is a situation of like them manipulating the public to think that their demands are reasonable. Instead of like Russians manipulating the farmers in question in the first place, right? Because it reminds me of that one of them who was like posting tweets at the time of the first protest before they stopped the protest in December. One of them was tweeting about it constantly, and he was posting these dumbass images where he was like pretending that they're stopping these imports. They're stopping these trucks for a good cause, right? Because the trucks are supposed to be giving stuff to the Ukrainian elites, right? And then this is, somehow damaging them in the process. And then he like took the images of those mattresses, if you remember that. He was flexing because they stopped a truck with some mattresses on it. He was flexing that they stopped the truck with that one boat that was given to Ukrainians. It was a stupid thing. It was such a dumb thing, but like I genuinely believe he knows exactly what he is doing. And it's weird that whenever there's a conversation about this, I'm mostly seeing people focus on like whether or not there was a proper thing for him to do, because like in my eyes, no, the demands are not valid, and the demands in no way make excuse for that type of a response. They're targeting the pure traffic of Ukrainian exports to Poland without actually entering the Polish markets. Oh man, that too. Bullshit. It's bullshit. It's such a stupid thing. And there's a problem, the Russians are behind it. Yeah, that too. That too. Fair point. Is there an issue in a country? Yeah, we know who did it. We know who started it. We can't be... I'm trying really hard not to go into like the mirror of USA bad, which is Russia bad, I'm trying real hard not to be blaming Russians and everything bad happening in all of our countries. But if you want to use the bad things happening in your country to be shitting on them, I'm GG with that. Can't really be against it. Can't say nothing against that. By the way, I kept these. Hey, this is the Soup Central. This is the Soup Central that I was talking about. But I kept this open because they had the animation here and I wanted to see it, and I don't have it now. But Soup Central made this. And it's on Kirill.
Throughout history, influential spiritual figures with the power to sway...
A Russian rocket in Polish airspace. If it had been filled with not explosives but Ukrainian grain, Poles would have shut it down immediately. The fucking tree though! The fucking tree, no, that's proper. Priorities, my dude, priorities. Electrical bubble. Why is it burning? Oh damn, really? Due to increased load on networks. Heating was lost in the Podolsk microdistrict due to a leak in the heating main. Local residents are still freezing in their apartments. This evening, residents of Klimovsk microdistrict shared footage of burning electrical wires. Freezing residents are using electrical appliances in hopes of heating their homes, thereby overloading the electrical grid. Shit, you remember those cartoons about Europeans freezing? Cute. That's cute, that's cute. Can't even feel bad about it. That's cute. May it get worse, my dude.
Public opinion
We can
have
only
often
hope it gets
been
worse.
sought after by autocratic
Soon
leaders like Vladimir Putin. These individuals, with their ability to mold minds and shape beliefs, become invaluable assets
That
in
has
political
vatnik
affairs.
soup.
Among such figures is Vladimir Mikhailovich
Their
Gundayev.
editing has
better-
gotten a lot better. Are you noticing this? Their editing is a lot better than what it was before. What the fuck? Temperature map of Europe these days? Not really, to be honest. I know it's really cold here. I know it's really cold here. I know it's freezing here. That's what I know. Oh, Slavonsky Brod is very, very cold, apparently. Why are they showing me Slavonsky Brod? But fair, I guess. What's 20? What the fuck is that? Left Cyprus. Oh, you're too far away. You're too far away. Global weather. Ooh, Zagreb. Extreme low temperature warning. Ooh. I would be worried if I had no heating. Luckily, I am not in Russia, so I'm actually doing alright. I'm actually doing quite alright. To sleep with open window. I'm so fucking hot. I bet you are. I bet you are. UK is naturally a centre-left country because there are some parts of UK threatening to separate, like Scotland. Tories are being used there as a reason to support independence from the UK. Ah, so they have to like control their amount of right-wingers if they don't want to lose some parts. Huh. Well, that's sad. See, it says snow here, but we're having... I mean, it doesn't say snow here exactly, but it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't, but it kind of does. We're not having snow, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. We're not having snow. We're having no snow. We're getting no snow. Just no snow. We had snow this morning, and that was that. There's no God in this universe. Only no snow. Spot Find the differences. So what was it with solar flares? Were there some solar flares happening? Were there some of them? Wishing? Because I've just learned recently. I found one of those, you know when people make those albums and it's like the best photographs of the year, and they post them at the end of whichever year is ending. Very well explained, Vicky. It's like 223 died, so now we're posting the best photographs from 223. And one of these photographs was of Northern Lights over Croatia. We had them here, not at my location specifically, but like 40 kilometers away from me. You could see the Northern Lights, and I had no idea. I had no fucking idea, my dude. Temperature dropped to -12 during the night, but the dog snuggled up with me. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's... My dog, my stupid dog, she doesn't want to get up in the morning. Like, I wake up to go to work, and I'm like, hey, yo, doggy, you want to go outside to piss? And she's like... So then I just go leave her inside. I don't know what to do with her. Next batch of American Lover Titan TS armored vehicles has arrived in Ukraine. Active combat operations. Titan armor withstands 3 hits from an M16 rifle from a distance of 10 meters. Up to 8 people can sit in the car at the same time. Nice. When they say next batch, what's this tractor doing there? What's the tractor doing there? But when they say the next batch, I hope there's a lot of them, and I hope they're gonna go fuck Russians in the ass. Uniform on the left was one Hugo Boss. The one on the right is probably plagiarized. That's true. They probably plagiarized it and then they said it's Russian actually in origin. Oh, my cats are very cozy. They're used to being outdoor cats. I know it's horrible for the environment, but they're used to it. Okay, shh, shh, shh. But they have a little house outside, a little house for cats. And there's 3 of them, so they kind of like snuggle in it. They have a little pillow and everything, and it's like really, really cozy. And they snuggle there, and they're having the time of their lives. I give them food like right in front of it. And they sometimes don't even want to come out to eat. So like I have to be bringing them food later so it doesn't get frozen because it's really, really cold. But they're chilling. The fuckers are chilling. They're fatter than they ever were.
Known as
Does them well.
Patriarch Kirill of Moscow. His story starts in 1946 in Leningrad, now known as St. Petersburg. From a young...
How fucking old is he? What? He's old. He's 77. He might die soon. He's 77. Why did I think he was way younger? Can't tell the age of people. I can't tell the age of people.
In age, Kirill was drawn to religious pursuits, leading to his rapid rise within the Russian Orthodox Church, an institution deeply associated with the Russian state.
By the way, you know how I discriminate against teenagers? You know how I discriminate against teenagers and people who are younger? A friend told me this last week, that I look way younger than I am, and I don't know if I should take it as an insult. I was thinking about that. Because I get a friend who we all tell her that she looks younger than what she is. But it's because she acts younger. But when I say it, I mean that as an insult because I'm discriminating against young people. And now it has gotten me to think about like my age, seeing that this old fuck is going to die soon. It's gotten me thinking about my own age and about how people perceive me.
Of the Soviet
And now I'm kind
era,
of self-conscious.
Kirill's path took a turn, and his
Younger
journey
people, they're
was
kinda
about
dumbass.
to intersect
They're kinda
with
dumbass.
the world of international politics and espionage.
I must discriminate against teenagers. You've seen this edit. Holy shit, look at this.
And his journey was about to intersect with the world of international politics and espionage. In 1971,
Becca paid someone to do his edit. For how long has he been doing this? Horrifying? Bro, if your friend is not Scots rated, then it's okay. Oh shit. Hey yeah, Mr. Crime, how's life going? Hey yeah, how was your Christmas? No, my friend's actually younger, so I guess when a young person tells you that, they can't discriminate against themselves, right? Like if an older person tells you, you're looking like a teenager. If an older person, if I tell you that, and I'm older than a teenager, if I tell you you are perceived as a teenager in my eyes, I would say that as an insult. But if someone of age younger than you says it, I guess it could be seen as potentially an okay thing because they can't hate their own age, you know what I mean? That makes a lot of sense. Visited family? I had family here. I was having a great time. I was doing like social media detox. Started exercising, like new year, new me. Gonna be doing exercising for a week before I stop. So, He lost Ukrainian believers and he's losing a battle over Moldovan believers, the Romanian Orthodox Church. That's good. That's fucking good. The TVP shut down Hijia. Kinda, to be honest. Kinda. Did I do what? Could be lightning. I actually don't know. Look, I have the looks of early 20s, but I also have the skin of a 13-year-old. You know how much effort it takes for me to not be, all acne, acne-ish. Gen Z internet humor, it's 90% self-hate coping, is it? Look, what I know about Gen Z internet humor is that sometimes I open Instagram and I go on Reels and I start with looking at some really good memes, and then I scroll more, push, and then the memes start being weirder and weirder and weirder, and also potentially more offensive. And that is how I know I entered Gen Z territory. They say some jokes that I look at their jokes sometimes and I'm like, I don't know if I would dare to do that. I've been seeing lots of weird shit over that, okay? They're interesting little people. I have really high hopes in Gen Z. I think they're gonna be a great generation. Unironically, I'm like white-pilled on the evolution of society overall. I think they're gonna be good. I think the cringe, leftist, anti-USA people, I'm kind of hoping they will die out with my generation. Oh, I am ancient indeed. Yeah, I found a girl on Instagram. Fuck, how do I find Instagram on here? Basically, there's this girl and she's making exercising tutorials. And she does them like based on video game fighting characters. And it's such a cool thing. So she did one which was like, oh, do you want to be as flexible as Chun-Li? Here's what exercises you should be doing. And I was like, who the fuck is Chun-Li? And then I saw that ass and I was like, oh. So yeah, now I'm doing those exercises. So it's pretty fun, to be honest. It's pretty fun. Do that. Once I find the account, I'm gonna send it in Discord. I don't know what her name is right now. More flat earthers, anti-vaxxers, because motherfuckers can't do science for shit. Croatia is currently having, what's the English for this? We got some disease spreading around, this one. We got some disease spreading around because we get so much anti-vaxxers. But I don't really think they are, I don't really think they are like going to be very prevalent in Gen Z. I think Gen Z is gonna kill them off. I think the Gen Z parts which are anti-vax are going to, die from these types of illnesses before they reach voting age. We're kind of cleaning them out. We're kind of getting rid of them in the first place. Oh, you're a kid who would have been indoctrinated into anti-vax ideology. A good thing whooping cough is back and you're gonna die. So, it's like the Darwin thing, but like sad. In 2015, it resulted in 58,700 deaths. Holy shit! Oh, holy shit. Oh, that is a lot. I didn't know. That is a lot. Multi-level Inception style self-hate compensated with highly distilled cynicism. Could say that. I like them though. I genuinely think they're funny. I think they're the funniest generation we have so far. If I wasn't fucking embarrassed of hanging out with kids, I would be hanging out with them all the time. I think they're having the best humor, plus the best relationship, I wanna say, with certain topics. I think they're doing cool shit, I think they're doing really, really cool shit. It's complete absence of actual humor if you don't spend enough time in those circles. Because when I remember first time stumbling upon their style of humor, and it shocks you. You're like, but then over time, it's like a deathly infection. You know what I mean? It gets into your bones and fucks you up from the inside. That's what it does. And then after a while, you find yourself scrolling through their stupid ass memes and laughing at them like an idiot. It's GG Gen Z. I'm really, really hopeful for them.
The 24-year-old Gundayev was granted an unusual opportunity for a clergyman of his age.
I don't actually know which one I am, but like my generation is the best. The Russian Orthodox Church but I don't know which one it is. Am I a millennial?
This was a strong sign of his rising status within the church. Swiss newspaper Tages Anzeiger who had gained access to declassified
don't know who
files
Adam
of the
Loss is.
Swiss Federal Police from
What's
1969
Nico?
to 1989
What's
made a
Hinkle?
starting claim. While in Geneva, Kundaev worked for the Soviet Union's
those people?
intelligence
What are they?
agency, the KGB, under the alias Mikhailov. His alleged mission
1982,
to
1994.
influence
Fuck,
the
what's
World Council
1995?
of Churches in a manner favorable to the Soviet
What's right
Union,
after that?
including efforts to soften criticism of the USSR's religious policies and to gather
Oh, he used the
intelligence
flag by
on
your
the
website.
Council's members. Sources speaking anonymously to the newspapers
I don't know which I am, but my generation is the best. Dude, come on. You gotta know. You gotta know of your own superiority, okay? Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. You know you are my generation too, and that our generation is the best, okay? We are the Gen V, and it's the one that spans from whichever one is the oldest of you to whichever one is the youngest of you. 1996 for millennials. You know what's the problem though? I remember when I was on 9gag. Very friendly. I remember when I was on 9gag and people would be making those edits like, oh, only millennial kids remember this. And they were like claiming specific ages, specific like years for millennials to be brought up in. But the problem is that like Europe is around 5 years later than USA, because like all of these like boomers too, boomers are specifically USA thing, right? We didn't have like a baby boomer generation here. It doesn't translate properly. So when you try to translate what Americans see as a millennial into what would be a millennial here, we are a few years late. We are a few years late. We're not really. Because like when it comes to like TV shows being popular at a specific time, or like, you know, little jokes that people used to be sharing around, or I remember people had those things with like, oh, what conversations were really popular in your school, and it was like specific celebrities removing their ribs so they could do an autofellatio on themselves. It was all like here, but years later. We didn't have it at the time. I think it's similar to how when we saw memes about like USA, you know how USA got into the whole like self-identifying thing rather early, people being like cloud self, shit like that. Like y'all people got it approximately 5 years earlier than we did. Now when the culture is like more intertwined because we're using social media more, I do think we're catching up a lot faster. But especially when I was very, very young and we didn't have internet as much, it was like we were 10 years behind. We still had the same trends. We just had the trends 10 years after you guys had trends. 15, 19-year-olds are GG in terms of not being degenerates. Nice. Nice. I'm happy to hear that. I know my boyfriend is younger than me. So I know people his age. And to be fair, they're like really fucking cool. I do have hope in younger generations in big part because of that. He's of legal age. Holy shit, he's not 16. But people his age are just genuinely normal. And that's weird. Because when I think of people my generation, I don't know too many normal people. Like, what the fuck? So, legal age. He's 24. He's 24, freshly. You loser. He's at 14, actually. It's not 4. It's 15. No, it's 15, but it's like 2 years. Closing age exemption of 3 years. Closing age, see, we have this. No, but wait, it's supposed to be different. Under 15 years of age. That makes no sense. So yeah, like legal, the age of consent is 15. That's way too low. Why is it 15? Like, you know, when at 24 is, yeah, like, oh, fuck. I should have been silent about my relationship. Difference is max 2 years. Yeah, apparently here it's like difference 3 years. But like for under 15 ones. Which is, because I thought it was 15 allowed to sex someone 18. But apparently it's like 15 allowed to have sex with anyone? And 14 is allowed to have sex with someone who has 17, right? It's like that. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupidity. That's way too low. That should be changed. There should be. We should do protest. Why is it 15? Who the fuck? Cyprus has it. Does Bosnia have it better than us? If Bosnia has it better than us, I'm gonna fucking burn myself. I don't see Bosnia here. Oh, here's Bosnia. 14. Fucking losers, pedophiles over there in Bosnia. What's Serbia having? Where's Serbia? 14 pedophiles there too. What's Slovenia having? 15. Yeah, fair. Who has it 18? Does anyone have it 18? Turkey, the Ottomans. They used to rule over us. You know, they brought us like coffee and bullshit, and they didn't give us proper age of consent. No, it was priority to take coffee and baklava. Fucking burek. 16. Bro, who the fuck has it? Does no one else have it 18? It's just Turkey. 16, 14, 16, 16. What do you? It's us. Fuck. 17, 16, 15, 15. Wait, is 14 the lowest? Gems. Being over 21 and engaging in sexual relations with a minor of that age does not constitute an offense by itself? As long as a person over the age of 21 does not exploit a 14 to 15-year-old person's lack of capacity for sex. How stupid is this? How stupid? Germans, how stupid is this? The fuck is this? The age of consent is 14, as long as the person over the age of 21 does not exploit a 14 to 15-year-old person's lack of capacity. Inherently, if you are over the age of 21 and you're having sex with someone who's 14, you are exploiting them. It's an inherent thing. You can't be doing that without exploiting it. That's bullshit. That's dumbass. This is like we're allowing pedophilia, but we're gonna write it into a law that's technically it doesn't count as an offense. That's dumbass. At least we're having a shit law, but at least we're like, yeah, we're having a shit law. You people are trying to excuse it. Closing age exemption allows sexual acts from age 12. Fucking Hungarians being the worst with 12 if the older party is under 18. How stupid is that? Why are you allowing that? 15, 17. No one else has 18. No one else has 18. Where's 18? Why is there a whole page on Lithuania's closing age exemption? Do you know what Germans are famous for? Nazism? I don't know how that would correlate to this, but yeah. the pirate leading the country. Beer too. Mm-hmm. Those white sausages you have that are ridiculous. Those white ones. Number one perverts in Europe with Germans. Jimmy, hello, ich bin Hans. Can I put my name Dick in you? No fucking chance. Germans, number one pervert. Germans. Bro, imagine you're sexting someone and they start speaking German. You're sexting a girl and she goes, "Mein Gott!" I mean, maybe. I'm gonna do some research on this. I'm gonna do some research on that. See, when people talk about American imperialism, you know, destroying our countries, this is what they talk about. Play. What? He placed several neglected 13 to 15-year-old boys he considered secondary mental defectives with pedophiles, claiming this would reintegrate them into society and allow them to grow into mature adults? How? He claimed the experiment would help the children to regain social... He claimed this would help the children! Tricks... How? He changed his mind on pedophiles having sexual contact with children. Wow, nice. Oh, that was an improvement. Whoa, didn't see that coming. Holy shit. Took him years of his life to be like, oh yeah, pedophiles are actually fucked. Man, what the hell? Oh, he thought this would help the children because only the pedophiles would be willing to endure kids he considered secondary mental defectives. He thought the pedophiles were their best chance of getting contact with adult people so they will learn how to function in society. That's fucking ridiculous. Oh, that is fucking ridiculous. That... Denmark only recently banning bestiality. To be fair though, I do believe in that thing that like a country banning something recently doesn't really mean that the country was approving of it previously. Maybe it just wasn't an issue big enough for it to need to be banned. You know what I mean? It's like when people talk about countries which have banned like cousin marriages or something. I just, sometimes you look at that and you're like, isn't it weird that these countries had to ban it this often? Like, isn't it weird that these countries had to ban it? You had it, it was so prevalent, you had to like actually write it into a law, it has to be banned. How many of your people are cousin fuckers? Whereas I imagine in a normal country this would not even be happening often enough for people to be thinking about it being an issue in the first place. Occurrence of organized animal sexuals. Holy shit, Denmark. What did they? Skadi is from the... Well, the reputation of Denmark in my eyes.
Described interactions with Kirill that felt
He's really fluctuating recently.
despite his friendly demeanor. These accounts painted a picture of a man who was skilled at managing both his religious responsibilities
zero people from
and
Denmark.
collecting intelligence. The Russian Orthodox Church remained silent on the matter, neither confirming nor denying Kirill's alleged espionage activities. Kirill himself always
Danish
stated
Ethical
that he
Council for
has
Animals.
special feelings for Switzerland, and his nephew
They had to
Mikhail
officially
Bundayev
make- they
insisted
had to
that his
officially make a
uncle
statement.
was not a KGB
They had to
agent.
officially be like,
Look,
oh yeah, our
if
people are
Kirill's
sexing
nephew
lots of
said so,
animals.
then it must be true. However,
True. Oh no. Breivik, hey, I saw it. What do you think about that? Illegal joke. Illegal fucking joke. I don't even know, by the way, if he has... Does he have any grounds to do that? I'm just gonna write his stupid ass name. Does he have any... What? He lives in a completely locked world. Good. He does not wish to be alive anymore. Good. Your Honor, my client wishes to kill himself. Okay. Judge should be like, yeah, okay, give him some weapons or something. Who the fuck cares about this piece of shit? He won part of his human rights case against the Norwegian state in 2016. Why the fuck? They're like, oh no, poor little man. Yeah, they have like the top sentence. It's a dumbass thing. They have the top length of sentence, but they can keep on elongating it for as long as they want. So apparently, as long as he is deemed a threat to society, he's going to stay in prison. But they have like the top length of sentence, and then they just have to be adding more and more years. So it's a messed up thingy. It's one of those situations where a country tries to be more progressive, and in a way it works because their prison system is really okay, but then you actually get into a situation where there's a piece of shit among you and you have to figure out how to deal with that, right? Because having a relatively short prison sentence top length, it does help in situations where like you do want people to be properly reintegrated into society. You do want it so when they enter the prison, you know they're going to come out in some amount of time, and they will have to be prepared for getting out, and they will have to be prepared to function in society properly. So you're trying, right, to make them able to return. So yeah, GG on that. But it's still like, you know, now you have an outlier. Yeah, outlier, proper word, like this, and then you're having to figure out how to deal with that. And now he's trying to be bitching about the fact that he is staying in prison still. Norwegian authorities have not violated the rights of mass murderer. Can you even violate the rights of mass murderer? Fuck him. Breivik was being kept in inhuman conditions. Inhuman conditions being him being kept away from other prisoners. Well, I mean, my dude. Hey, yo, Oculus, thank you for the sub. Thank you. How are you doing? He is not and has not been subjected to torture or inhuman or degrading treatment. He has been kept in solitary confinement since he was sentenced in 2012 to 21 years in Skien prison. His detention was fair as he posed a danger, adding that it was compensating for his strict detention by providing him with 3 well-equipped cells. Yeah, that's GG. A Norwegian court upheld part of his claim, although it dismissed his argument that his right to respect for private and family life was violated by restrictions on contact with other right-wing extremists. What? Man was like, I want to have friends. I'm a mass murderer. Why can't I be having friends among people who also want to become mass murderers? Very, very likely. What the hell? Oh no, the mass murderer found it hard to be awoken. What the fuck is? Is it on him? Nah. Who cares about him? Is the upside of Norway being such a peaceful place? That too. I mean, also, like, Norway genuinely does have a good prison system, right? So I guess it's one of those things where it's like, it's quite a peaceful place because it's trying really hard to be a proper peaceful place and to have really good ways of dealing with people who commit crimes and making sure that they are able to get back into society again later. Because a lot of I remember reading the statistics on this, and a lot of people in other countries, after they get out of prison, they reoffend, and very often this has been blamed on the fact that while they are in prison, they kind of lose any ability of living normally when they get out of prison, right? So a lot of times you will get in prison and you do your sentence, and then you get out, and now you can't get a job, you can't get a place to stay, and you can't get anything, right? Because the fact that you were in prison paints the rest of your life. So a lot of people then they go and they reoffend. So if you actually deal with that, and if you make it more likely for them to have a normal life once they're out of prison, you're going to have a lower crime rate in a way, right? Man has good speedy internet, sauna, massage salon, jacuzzi, and he's bitching about not being around people. Holy shit. That would be a goddamn dream. 7 murders in 7 days? What? What? Black metal arose from Norway because they found Norway too peaceful. That too. It's like Americans, being commies because they find America to be too plentiful and providing them with too many things. The spoiled younger generations not knowing the benefits of what they have. It's really easy compared to the rest of the world to reintegrate in Norway with a fully functioning welfare state. Okay, yeah, fair. That too. Good at keeping the recidivism rates low by treating inmates like actual human beings. Yeah, that too. And emphasizing rehabilitation. Yeah. So, it works, right? So it's like it is a peaceful country, but it is a peaceful country because it has worked hard. It's not inherently a peaceful country. Crime is committed by people who do not want to work hard to earn as much as they want, so you can't reintegrate them. Yeah, it's one of those things. I do think you still can reintegrate them though. But definitely the rehabilitation of the prisoners should be, and I believe it is, at least in like proper countries which take care in rehabilitating their prisoners, but it should be in big part based on what was their motive to do the crime in the first place. Like if they did a crime because they're lazy asses and they didn't want to work and they thought this was the easier way for them to get certain benefits, you get to rehabilitate them in a different way than you would someone who, I don't know, is brave and just wanted to cause as much harm as possible. Last year total was 36 murders. Huh. How much do we... Number of murders per country. 223. Murder rate by country. You just give me like USA one. I think you can reintegrate everyone, to be almost everyone, not everyone, of course. I think you can reintegrate everyone. I just think you need to focus on an individual a lot, and I think it would require a lot more funding to go into the prison rehabilitation system, which I don't really think is something that we are ready to give funds to, you know what I mean? Like if you had to choose the priorities of where the money is gonna go to, is it per capita? Oh, I think it should be. Nice equation. homicide count 24. Wait, 2024. We didn't have 24 homicides in 2024. The fuck are you saying? 2017, possible, yeah. For 2024 started now. Crime rate by country? That map is shit, I think. That map is shit. Where's Croatia? See more. Global crime index ranked in the world. Oh, that's that. That's what they show me. Global crime index. Can't see anything else. Most dangerous cities. I don't care. I don't care. Croatia isn't gonna be there. Countries by crime rate. Psh, not us. How many steps do you walk? Leave me alone. Crime rate depends on what's legal. Yeah. We looked at that. I was actually bitching about this very, very often when we were having conversations about Sweden. Immigration to Sweden, and then the crime rate as the result of immigration happening in Sweden. And then also I remember this one specific research on like rape cases and why rape cases are higher in Sweden than they are in some other countries. And a very interesting thing was that in Sweden the rate of not reporting rape and sexual assault was way lower than in many other countries, because in Sweden when women get assaulted they actually know they're gonna get some support, so they go and they report it. Whereas in plenty other countries, women who get assaulted, they don't go and report because they fear that they will be shamed by the police, and very often they do get shamed by the police, so they don't dare to go and report in the first place, right? So that's kind of interesting thing to look into. I had a whole research on like, was it Netherlands, I think, where the most often crime committed by immigrants is them being in the country, because that's counted as a crime. It's them being there, right? Because like you're illegally in the country, illegal immigrant, you're illegally in the country, and that by itself is counted as a crime, and then that like ups the crime rate because they're like that, but they're not actually doing what you would, when people talk about immigrants doing crimes, they don't talk about them being in your country, right? They have different types of crimes in their head when they talk about this, but when you actually look at the rate of crimes they are committing in different countries, it's like it's them being there. Also an interesting thing about Sweden specifically was that Sweden counts rape cases differently than many other countries, because for example I think the comparison was with Denmark, if I'm not mistaken. Like in Sweden, if you report a marital rape case, so a woman gets raped by her husband, right? And she goes and she reports it, and she's like, oh, I've married this dude like a year ago, and he raped me this many times over this year. Sweden is gonna count each one of these instances as a specific rape case. So as many instances of rape the woman can remember, it's going to be counted as a single case, right? Whereas in Denmark, she goes and she reports it, and it's going to be counted as like one case. It's not going to be every single instance being a case on its own. It's going to be one case that's spanned over a specific time. So that also like makes the stats very, very, very different, obviously, and it's really, really hard to compare countries based on crime rate. Were you wearing your shorts? Good. Also, one interesting fact about that. Did you know we have a thing here? I don't know how many of your countries have it. We got a thing here in Croatia where it's like sometimes a rape case will not be called a rape case, but instead it's going to be called the case of sex without consent. So it's not counted in the rape case statistics because it's not rape, it's sex without consent. Specifically, we had like a case like that in relatively nearby here recently. There was a priest who molested a kid in church, and it was counted as like sex without consent and not rape, so he could get lesser sentence. So also that, different countries have different like types of crimes that they count on different statistics, and basically it's really, really hard to go and compare all of these. Gang violence in Sweden. Me too. And huge number of immigrants. So at the same time, we included milder acts as rape as well. So it's important to make distinction of causation and correlation. Oh shit, yeah, holy crap, that too. Oh, that too. Man, that whole thing though, the whole conversation over that pisses me off. We had something similar to Me Too here in Balkans. It was called I Did Not Report, and it was women who were writing about their rape cases, and then why they did not report it, or why they tried to report it and it didn't work, because so many of them wrote about trying to report it, and then the officers would just laugh at them. But it's such a stupid thing, because I remember women writing about this, and men were mocking them everywhere. Men were like, oh, this is like a Balkan Me Too movement. Now these women are going around lying about their rapes. Oh, these horrible, horrible wenches. And now what we are having is an influx of immigrants coming into Balkans, because Balkans is doing financially all right. Let's say it like that. So we're having an influx of foreign workers coming into Balkans. And now those same men are pretending they give a shit about women. Now when they have to be racist, they're like, oh yeah, I'm not actually racist. I just worry that all these foreign men with different culture, they're going to attack our women. I worry about our women so much, Oh, they're so fragile and tiny and they can't defend themselves. Poor little women, poor little beings. Yeah, we gotta protect them. You don't give a shit about women, my dude. Oh, it's such a stupid thing. And I'm actually happy because we're seeing lots of women push back against this. So I'm really, really happy about this. We had a whole trend. It was just recent because we had a New Year celebration in the capital city, and there were lots of foreigners in the capital city, right? So journalists were like filming the celebrations and the fireworks and everything, and then they filmed the crowd, and there's a lot of foreigners in the crowd, and lots of people were making stupid little comments about like how no women were feeling safe enough to come at this event because there were so many foreigners around. I was quite proud of like how many Croatian women came out to just strike down that type of rhetoric. I was really, really proud of it, how many women were like, oh bro, like when we were getting attacked and assaulted by like Croatian men, no one gave a shit. No one's giving a shit now. But like, damn, now that it's immigrants chilling in our country, not even doing anything bad, they're like working here. They're not doing any crimes. They went out to celebrate New Year's. Now you're worried about women? Come on. Come on. Gang. Hey, this, by the way, this. Yugoslavia played a big part in this. So, okay. You gotta include us in the conversation. We are very proud of having the ability to fuck up Sweden. Second highest in Europe, and the first is Albania. You know how many Albanians went there? How many Albanians there? How many Bosniaks we got there? I see Bosnia up there too. All of them went to Sweden. We went there. We went to Sweden and we fucked it up. You're welcome. Now it's not boring anymore. Vulnerable areas across the country, home to just 5% of the country's population, but they're connected with the most serious violence. Actually, I collected a Patreon thing on this while I was still collecting my shit. I didn't show you my news, by the way, but I'm gonna be showing you my news, okay? But I collected a thing on Sweden. On Sweden crime rate. And a big part of it was dealing with, here it is, with the conversation of vulnerable areas in Sweden and how they're dealing with them. And there's really, really good statistics on this, actually. There's really, really good statistics. Yeah, of how many people there are failing school and everything, and how many people there are unemployed. So, interesting little thing if you're interested in looking into that. But vulnerable areas in Sweden, it basically, you know what it is? Back in 1990s, a bunch of Yugoslavs came to Sweden and we took over certain areas in Sweden, right? And mostly we got into areas which had a lot of biker gangs. because we had lots of smuggled weapons. So, you know, it was like, let's benefit each other, let's do some trade, let's make lots of cash money. In Sweden at the time, just like previously, like they ignored biker gangs. They ignored biker gang violence. They were like killing each other previously already, and Sweden did nothing about it, right? So when Yugoslavs came in and Yugoslavs started trading weapons with these biker gangs, what Swedes did was nothing. Also nothing. They did nothing. They helped in no way. So then it started getting worse and worse and worse. And then when more immigrants were coming around, Sweden kind of pushed them all into these areas, which already they were not funding properly, and they didn't have proper schooling, and they didn't have proper employment rate, and they just kept on pushing them there. They just fucking kept on pushing them there without solving the issue. So now it has reached the situation where Sweden is actually suffering because of this, and they're trying to solve it now, when they've been ignoring it for years. You got reports back from 2005 of Swedish police being like, bro, these vulnerable areas are going to be really, really problematic for us in the future, right? Because they're not controlling for the crime rate. There's a lot of weapons existing around. We're not doing shit about it. And you know what they did about it? Nothing. Nothing. So, yeah. Socioeconomic circumstances over a long period of time, a factor which experts say is of far greater significance to the current situation. More than 80% of the underlying statistical areas that make up these Tsata are defined as having socioeconomic challenges. Half of them classed as having major challenges. Long-term unemployment rates are above average in the majority of these areas, and it's increasing. It's getting worse. Holy shit. The proportion of people at risk of poverty is more than twice the national figure. So yeah, they're doing horrible, and they have been doing horrible for a while. The leader of CDU, the Conservative Party, once argued in Parliament against the inclusion of spousal sexual abuse in the Sexual Criminal Code because, and I quote, marital affection is a duty. Hey, it reminds me of oh shit, there was this one YouTuber who was in atheist circles back in like 2017, I want to say. There was this one YouTuber. She was a Christian, and a lot of atheists at the time were bullying her on YouTube. Mother something. I don't remember. But yeah, she was a mother something. I remember her video. It made me not want to use internet for a while. I actually like took a YouTube detox for a while because I figured that holy shit, like this is not normal. But she made a video on marital rape specifically, and on how like sometimes her husband goes out with his friends and then he comes back home and then she's asleep and he just like has sex with her while she's sleeping anyways. And she was just having a conversation about this as if it's the most normal thing. And she's like, oh yeah, you're never supposed to like actually stop it because Jesus said something about like the man being above the woman in the hierarchy. I don't actually know what she thinks she has been quoting because I don't know if such a Bible verse exists. But she had this idea of like a hierarchy in the marriage, and then like the man is up and then the woman is below. So his needs go above your needs. So if he has a need for sex, like your need for rest, for example, it's lower on the hierarchy, so it doesn't count because like his need is more important than yours is. I remember that being the saddest fucking thing I have ever seen a woman explain. And she just goes on and she tries to make these excuses for that piece of shit. She's like, oh yeah, well, you know, he's trying so hard to be working for this house. He's trying to be he's trying to be a provider, and he's trying to give a good life to our children. So because of this, like he's higher in the hierarchy, and then his needs are more important than mine are, and then it is my duty to serve him because he is, you know, serving me in a way by providing. It was such a dumbass thing. It was so sad, but also so stupid. So I don't know. Seeing a man like push it doesn't even surprise me as much as when I saw a woman push it, for example. Seeing a dude push it, it's like, yeah, of course you would say that. You're a dude. You're a dude. Lots of ultra-Christian dudes are very, very sus. You know, at this point, genuinely. But I had a really weird date with one Christian dude, so I think it stems from that. But if I know a dude and if I know he's Christian, I'm sus about his views on women. I'm like, wait. You believe in a god? Okay. Okay. Why not a goddess? Can you elaborate on that? Can you just like share me some views? What makes you think it's a dude? And also, what do you think about women overall? Like, can I just get a few sentences on the whole situation? Because they're weird. They're weird. What, having the freedom to choose schools with less immigrants is one example they find important? So that's going to bring us into a situation where schools with less immigrants are going to be schools where more Swedish children are going, because I'm assuming their parents are going to be picking the schools, and it's going to be a lot of racist parents who are going to be taking advantage of this situation, which is going to mean that schools with less immigrants are going to be getting better funding, which is going to mean that schools with more immigrants are going to be getting less funding, which is going to mean that Sweden is still going to be stumbling into the same issue that they have created back in the 90s of not doing anything to fix their issue with having these vulnerable areas in the first place. That's kind of cool. I just like asking why not a goddess, because I feel it's one of those things that like you ask as a joke, but then the thing is, people want to elaborate, right? You ask it as a joke. You're like, oh, you believe in a god? Why is it not a goddess? Does the Bible ever say he has a dick? And then what you get is them explaining why it's a male god and not a female god, and usually it's like, it's the funniest thing how open they will be about just being very openly sexist. They don't even hide it. They don't even hide it. They're trying so hard to explain such a stupid little thing, but they're trying so hard to explain it that like they open up with all of their beliefs about like, oh yeah, it can't be a woman. It can't be a woman because a woman can't be the creator of everything. And then you're like, why? And then they're like, oh well, a woman can't be a leader in that sort of a way. I remember this one saying that like a woman can just be a nurturer in a way that like a woman can nurture life, right? But she can't create life inside of her, right? There has to be a man to create life inside of her so she could nurture it. So a woman could be like helping create, but she can't actually create by herself. To which my question was like, a dude also can't make a life by himself, right? He needs a woman too. So how are you making a reasonable distinction between which one of these is actually creating life? Because they both need each other, right, to create it. How do you say this one is creating it and this one is not, if neither of them can actually make it by themselves? Never received an answer to that one, but it was an interesting, like, insight into how they view the thing. It's like with Jordan Peterson, I think, and his view that like a man is the leader and man is order, right? And then you got a woman and the woman is like chaos, right? And he tries to play it off as them like supplementing each other and everything, but like why would you inherently be placing the two of them in those roles? What makes you think that? What makes you think that masculine is supposed to be order? There has to be a reason why you're having this belief. Let's unpack that. And then you unpack it and then it's just sexism. Yeah, Ariana Grande, the actual goddess. True. Unless it's a male seahorse. Doesn't he also need a woman? How does that go? How do they make it? Do you know seahorses are sluts, by the way? Did you know they're sluts? Because they're sluts. They do a whole like little mating thing. See the cute seahorse mating thing? It's not actually cute. They're sluts. They will like meet up with a bunch of other seahorses and then they will sex all of them. Seahorses are slutties. But how do they do it? Dancing, this is the thing, dancing, yeah. There's a lot of videos. I remember there was a whole like playlist of this, of animals that people think are romantic, and during the Valentine's Day, there's like a lot of cards with these animals on them, right? And people are like, oh yeah, look at this, it's two seahorses dancing, it's so romantic, it's so cute, and actually they're sluts. I remember seahorses were one of them. I remember penguins were one of them too, because penguins are also sluts. Specifically those penguins that people say are like bringing rocks to each other to build a nest. They like rape everything. They rape everything. There was a specific research on these penguins, and they were like, dude, these penguins, they will like rape everything. They will rape each other to death, and they will continue raping the corpse. They are vicious little beasts, but they have like these little tiny rituals that we have looked at, and we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna focus on this little cute thing that they're doing, and we're gonna ignore everything else, because everything else is a horror show. Women are too emotional to be stable leaders, but then you ask them who started 99.99% of wars, then watch them crumble. Them becoming emotional, ironically. Yeah, that's the best thing though, that's the best thing. You're too emotional to be like, what do you mean emotional? What the fuck is that? And then it's always like, oh yeah, women are too emotional because women are able to experience like sadness. Women are able to experience sadness, whereas what men do, men experience anger. But anger doesn't count as an emotion for some reason. You know, like when you're a dude and you punch a hole in the wall because you lost in League of Legends, that's not emotional. That's not an emotional outburst. It doesn't count as an emotion. Anger is not an emotion. But when a woman cries at a sad movie, that does count as an emotion because that is an emotion. What the fuck is that? Point. Check this out. Phases of courtship. Phase 1, initial courtship. Phase 2, pointing and pumping. Phase 3, pointing and pointing. Phase 4, rising and copulation. That sounds horrible. That sounds fucking horrible. Oh no, wait, the woman makes the eggs. And the dude makes the sperm, and then they mix it up and put it into his belly. Yeah, the female will insert her ovipositor and transfer her eggs through an opening into the male's brood pooch. So a dude still can't make babies by himself. He can't create life. He can't create life. I believe in women. Fair. I am a figment of your imagination. I'm actually a dude. Godzilla? It's a pure movie. It was really good, but because of politics in it, I can't enjoy anything. Fuck no, I wanna watch it. What are the politics in it? I wanna watch it. I was sad when they killed Thanos fucking twice. It was kinda funny though. It was kinda funny. I kinda wanna rewatch it now, just to be like, fuck you, big dude. Japan treating World War II as if they weren't the bad guys, and their mistake was not invading other countries, but if they just fought harder, they would have won. Not even mentioning American occupation, only great Japanese people rebuilt the country. Oh shit, I'll have to watch that. I'll have to watch that. You're actually a dude, that's why you make so much sense. Okay, fair. Turned it back into sexism. Fair, proper. 12 beers in the shopping list. You need water. Have you ever tried drinking? When's the last time you had a cup of water? When's the last time like you saw a cup and the liquid within it was transparent, colorless, tasteless, everything less? You're drinking water right now. Nice, congratulations. Drink tap water, same. We got good one. I like flexing on people with the fact we have tap water, which is proper. Fattest, meanest Scotland. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it either. I feel it would be kind of fun. It would answer a lot of my questions. Like, does it float? I always wonder, does it float? You drink purified water? You drink beer. Filtered and stuff? Oh, you can't drink tap water? An American? Wait, no, you're not. But you gotta get the glass ones though. The plastic bottles are not really good. You heard it here first. Sparkly water. Wait, is sparkly water for pussies or is non-sparkly water for pussies? Andrew Tate said one of them is for pussies, but I don't know which one it is. tap water had poop in it. Shit, yeah, I remember that. There was a whole scandal with that. Fish have sex in water, so I drink it from a plastic bottle. How do you think fish did not have sex in your plastic bottle water? What if at the water factory they just like open the tap and fill in the plastic bottles, and then you still get the fish sex water, you just get it masked in a plastic bottle? Because I feel if I had a factory I would be doing that. I feel I would be doing that. And it's like, I actually did. But I didn't watch it on Discord, I actually Googled it. I didn't even see it on Discord, but I actually Googled it. I did not want to Google it. I have regretted seeing a lot of things in my life. That was actually not one of them. That was fun. That was, yeah, pretty poke may be the way to describe it. It was weird. But like, you know, sometimes you look at some stuff and you're like, if I was born previously in the universe, I would not have a chance to know this. I would not be able to experience this. That's what it made me feel like. Fish sex water sounds like something that we sell particularly well in Norway. I see. Shall we do that? We're starting a brand. It's like Eagle bath water, but it's going to be fish sex water. And it's going to be one of those like neon little copies. And it's just water. You just take it from a tap. Easy. I would make so much money off the rich Europeans. It's ridiculous. Also, I have to leave the stream. It's 8:14. I have to be leaving. I have to be going. I have to wake up tomorrow. I have to wake up. I have to do my exercising. I'm starting to do exercising, by the way, because I wanted to have a huge ass. So I'm still in my New Year, New Me delusion. We'll see how long it lasts. Last time it lasted for like, I want to say 2 months? Approximately 2 months, who the fuck knows. I'm hoping this time to get it for a few months more. I'm hoping to get it for a few months more so I can, you know, actually look proper during the summer. Yeah, 2 months. 2 months was proper, 3 months. I need a fat ass because I saw a girl on TikTok, listen. And she's like walking in a cape. And she's looking like a woman in a cape, you know how like it's all bulky and it's all played. And then she takes off the cape and her body is like, woo! Like real good body, right? Then she takes it off and you're like, whoa, holy shit. Basically, I want that. I want to have that effect where like when I take off my upper layer of clothing, people go, wow, holy shit. So that's why I want to be exercising right now. I saw a really hot girl and I was like, I want to be that. I gotta be that. I want to have a fat ass. Yeah, could be. I'm not saying it wasn't genetic. Hey, yo, Crazy Hunter, how are you doing? I'm not saying it wasn't genetic. I'm just saying that like I feel like I can defeat genetics. You know what I mean? It's like in the same way I believe my generation is the best generation because I believe my natural superiority. I believe I can defeat genetics. I'll be subscribing to your OnlyFans. Yeah, that now I'm kind of sad. Now I'm thinking of not doing it. You have destroyed my New Year, New Me thing. You crumbled it. You crumbled it completely. Surgery to get a fat ass? No, then you look like you have diapers. Yeah. No, I did look at that. I know how to do. Used to be really into doing squats. Okay, I was real stupid. No, I'm not doing an OnlyFans. I'm already getting weird people in my DMs. I ain't never doing OnlyFans. I don't dare to think what sort of people would be in my DMs if I ever do something like that. Sometimes like I take a picture of myself to post online and I'm like, is this gonna get me weird dudes in my DMs? And then I don't post it. I genuinely don't post it. It's the effect of that one dude who sent me the whispering DM. You know the dude of the whispering DM? He sent me, it was on Instagram, and it was like a video message request, and I open it, and it's like, it's all dark, and you can't see shit, and he just goes, "We have to meet." Never posted my location ever again. I'll wait like 3 days before posting my location. I go to a coffee shop, I take a picture of the coffee shop, I post it like days later, just because of that one dude. Never. Where can I send you? Can't send me whispers. I don't open messages as much. I didn't open them. I did this stupid thing where like I don't open shit. Especially like Instagram is a big problem for me with this, because I can't see the message preview on my mobile phone, so I don't open it, and then it just stays there. Because like I'm scared of opening the message, because what if I open it and it's weird, and so I just don't. So I got like messages there unread, because you know someone sends hi, and then I'm like hi, and then they want to talk, but I only see the first like few letters, and I don't want to open the rest of it. Yeah, Russian roulette. Yeah. So just kind of leave it there. I'm just like, okay. I don't know what you want to say, but it might be weird. So it's good for me not to know. You know what I mean? So it's message by a woman. Now I have a nice and steady fuck buddy thing going. Yeah, you see, I can't really do that because I don't. I'm in a relationship already. Can't really get a nice and steady fuck buddy thing going, so it removes the only benefit I could be getting, you know. That's actually a good point that you have brought up. If you're a single person, opening up weird messages might get you some good fucking. I'm not a single person. I'm already like happy with my fucking amounts. I don't need that. I don't need that. It's just that adds stress to my existence. I don't need. A lot of OnlyFans women don't check their DMs. They pay someone else to do that. How much do they earn if they can pay someone to do that? Or like how little paychecks are DM checkers taken? Do you think I could be hired as a DM checker for someone else? Americans would probably pay me a lot. Cash money. If people think a lot of money is not a lot of money, you people will be bitching about wages that are like really, really high. I could probably, you know, get the minimal offer. DM checker for Hassan. Oh shit, if he allows me to respond to, I would love that. I would cancel him. I would get that man off the internet in like 20 minutes tops. Just be spamming slurs. You know how like Twitter, when Elon Musk bought Twitter, and then all of the restrictions were removed, all of the moderation was off, and then when you logged onto Twitter, it was just like slurs and slurs and slurs and slurs. That would be Hassan in his DMs if I ever get access to it, because I would try my hardest to get that man cancelled. Shoe? Oh, show. You can't live morally in an immoral system, like capitalism. If I could show my dick to make money, I would. No, I don't think that will be immoral. I agree with the last part of your sentence. I don't agree with calling that an immoral system. Not an immoral system, but like an immoral way of existing. I don't necessarily think it's immoral to show your body. I don't really think it has an effect of your morality overall. I wouldn't do it. But I don't really think it makes you immoral, you know? But like, yeah, if I could make millions, if I could make like amaranth amount of money, I would. It's just that I can't, you know? You show your dick for like $5, you're a dumbass. You show your dick for $1 million, that's a different thing, you know? It's like, I think we're all kind of sluts. It just depends on how much money we're earning. Didn't even Andrew Tate thought he was the one chatting with the horny dudes in the cam rooms of his cam girls? What? You're right, hi baby, I would like to fuck you so much. And it's a bold ass dude replying to you like, oh yeah. Man, that is horrifying. That is fucking horrifying. Still a dumbass? I think the level of dumbassery Depends on the level of cash money you're making. It's like with being stupid online, you know what I mean? With online grifters, right? Like being really stupid online is one thing, being really stupid online for millions of cash money is another thing. I can't really blame people who are doing it for a lot of money. If I could get millions, I probably would. I probably would. No one cares about dicks, since you can get them for free. That also is true. You men are sluts. And you're sluts to that extent where, like, you're lessening the price of your own genitalia. You really gotta do, like, a group meeting or something to figure that out, okay? You really, like, all of you as a collective consciousness of men, is a monolith of what a man is, you really gotta figure out how to solve this thing. Because a lot of you are sluts, you know? Like, I feel like if I wanted to find a dick now, I could find a dick in like 5 seconds. It's not really, you know, a resource worth fighting for in this economy. Fix that. Do something about that. Sex was given to us by the Lord. That's true. That's true. I support that message. Men are fucking enough for themselves. Yeah, but they have a lack of standards. Yeah, true. True. Reminds me of that dude. You know that dude who was talking to Destiny about this? And the dude was like, well, actually, men are better because a man will fuck any woman. Men literally have no standards, and they see any woman and they're like, yeah, I would bang this, while women are selfish and they're actually looking for a man who fulfills their very high standards. And Destiny was like, yeah, dude, that's actually, like, women are better at doing this. They're better at finding proper relationships, and also quite better at forming healthier relationships. And actually, you know, they're doing it out of some deeper feelings, just that not really just, you know, having really, really low standards. It's weird to be a dude and to proudly say, oh yeah, I would basically fuck any woman who wants to be fucked by me. That's a weird thing. It's a very, very weird thing, a weird mindset to have. For every man slut, there is a woman slut participating, so it's clearly the women's fault. I disagree, because nothing is ever women's fault. I have to disagree on the account of women proper and men, yeah. girls are good and boys are yucky. You heard it here first. Actively aiding and abetting illegal immigration because they are viewed as future voters. How does it make sense? How? How would illegal immigrants even get, like, voting rights? How do you vote in USA? Men are programmed by biology to turn spread seed widely. So, what you're saying is that men are biologically programmed to be sluts, and for their genitalia to be worth a few cents at most, because it's offered for free at every corner. I agree with that. They don't get federal voting rights. Then what's it? You can just buy vote on eBay. Oh shit! Can I actually do that? Because I would love to do that. I would love to do that when people have elections next time. I'm just gonna be like buying votes. It's like buying tickets. You know how many times I did that on Fella thing? Like some pro-Russian has a speech or something, and you buy a bunch of tickets for you and your friends. Buy, but like reserve them for free. Yeah, I wish I could do that for voting too. It's like, oh damn, Trump versus Biden. Ho 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 ho. Me and my 20 friends are all voting. Sexism, I'm reporting you. To Twitch? To Twitch.tv. Twitch.tv moderation team. The same one that allowed a woman showing her pussy on stream and they allowed her to keep her account. Yeah, I mean, you can try. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be getting banned if you try to report me. Yeah, the Council of Men Sluts. I'm gonna ban a woman. They barely ever do that. I could probably do a murder on stream and Twitch moderation team would be like, it's a bannable offense. Not really sure. There's a vagina on this person. Look up a man with a faulty toaster for longer than a day, and there's a 90% chance of him fucking the toaster. To be fair, I know women with very questionable sex toy standards too. So I would say that's just a slut thing. You know? It reminds me, I remember being in elementary school and one girl in class making jokes about having Rexona babies. You know, like the deodorant thing. And I remember in elementary school being like, that's the weirdest joke I've ever heard. That's the weirdest joke I've ever heard. Why would you be making jokes about that? And only later I was like, so listen. I think we're all just kind of weird when it comes to that. Masters are dropping all standards if the timeline is long enough. It's like that joke, you know that joke with like how many beers you drink? Oh fuck, there used to be, no, it was wine. There used to be wine bottles you could buy here. And it's like how much of the bottle you drink and then what sort of a woman you would be sleeping with. Does that make sense? So it was like, you know, it's full bottle and it's like a very hot woman. And then it's like you drank a bit of the bottle and then the woman is a bit uglier, you know? And then you reach the bottom and then there's some like a eldritch monster looking at you. And you would still be willing to sex it. It's like that, but instead of, you know, the drinks you have taken, it's the amount of time that has passed since you have last put your dick into something. Wired differently? I think we're actually wired pretty similarly, to be honest. From my experience, I think a lot of those, you know when people do those like, oh, men versus women thing, I think a lot of those are bullshit. To be honest. I think most of those are actually bullshit. I do think they might be culturally pushed in many situations, but even then, I think on most what we would call modern people, I don't think they're working. I think a lot of it is just bullshit. Where on the bottle would you rate yourself? I'm like if you're sober, you would bang me because I'm just the hottest. And what do I say? Also, I have to end the stream. It's 9:30. I have to go do my exercising. They allow illegal immigrants to vote. The conspiracy is that eventually this will be done on state level, at which point some states might start allowing them to illegally vote in the federal elections. How? You people don't do the thing. I remember one time, I was talking about this thing and Americans were like, oh, this is weird. Oh, the thing where like when we go to vote and then we give our ID and then they check our names on the list of residents and they check the ID to see if it's actually you coming to vote. I remember talking about this and Americans being like, what is that? What is that technology? So I'm guessing in that sort of situation you might actually be having some illegal immigrants voting, but you're not gonna be seeing that like in normal countries, my dude. In normal countries you're not gonna be seeing illegal immigrants voting because they're not on the list of residents in the first place. You know, we have a list of residents. That's called living in a normal country. That's called living in a better country than your little USA. I live in USA. I don't want to give my ID for voting. Dumbasses. You're dumbasses. That's what you are. Also, I have to leave. You show up, you tip your head, and you can vote. Nice. Hey, Happy New Year, Rebound. Happy New Year. Nurture of nature. Argument about the so-called natural order of things and how men are supposedly wired to have a higher sex drive is mostly culturally ingrained. True. I definitely believe in that, and I definitely 100% stand behind that, because now I speak to women. I can confirm that the higher sex drive in men is absolutely not a fucking thing, my dude. What we do is we shame women for having a high sex drive. So then it turns into a situation where they have to hide it and they have to be silent about it, and then it seems like dudes are having a higher sex drive. But it genuinely, like, if you speak to women regularly, you get a woman warming up your bed right now. Do you people all sleep in cold beds? Many of you, I think, do. But if there's a woman in your bed right now, I'm pretty sure that you have tested the hypothesis, and I'm pretty sure you know it's a bullshit one. Also, I gotta leave. Men express the drive more. Yeah, because they're allowed to do that. Why would she be in bed at this time? What do you mean, why would she? She would be preparing for you. For you, because you're, like, I'm ending the stream now, and when I end the stream, you're gonna get off your PC, and what you're gonna do then? Go straight to bed, do some sexing. Come on, get to that. Yeah, get it right. Doing the, like, little, I don't know what people do before sex. Preparing the condoms, laying them all out nicely. Yeah, I don't know. You can solve what? In Connecticut, you have to have ID. If you're in the South and want to enact legislation to have ID, you're racist. Yeah, it's because it's USA. It's because it's USA. Has a higher drive in your relationship? I'm not gonna answer that question. But let's say it's confirming my hypothesis. When I speak about these things, I speak from my own experience. Thank you very much. Also, yeah, men are sluts. That's also true. Also, I have to leave. You got a video of this? I'm gonna save this video for tomorrow, and then I'm gonna leave because I have to leave because, like, it's already way too late. I had to leave 34 minutes ago. Listen, stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try to fix my alerts for tomorrow. Send me news if you have any, especially if you have some good news that happened in your country. Send me some good news, okay? Because good news have been really hard to find, but also any news have been hard to find. I was lazy. But send me some good shit, okay? Send me some good shit, and I love you very much. Go bully Topsen on his Kick. He's streaming on Kick right now, of course he is, because he doesn't have a woman warming up his bed.